1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And good Saturday morning, everybody. Hope your Saturday's going better than mine. Poor Shannon's been here listening to me lament my problems with StreamYard and all the other stuff that goes into doing this. So, but we're here. We made it almost our usual time. So thank you guys so much for.
Yeah, we're on time for us. We're on time for us. So, you know.
So, yeah, I got to fix mine too. There we go. Get down a little bit. All right. So, happy Saturday, everybody. Thanks again for spending your Saturday with us. We greatly appreciate it, as always.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, I think we got things, all the technical difficulties squared away. Hopefully, we'll see as the day goes on here. So, and it's nice to have Shannon back. Hey, brother.
Hey, it's great to be back.
How you doing?
Doing pretty good. Like I say, it was a long day yesterday. I was telling Rod, as soon as I got off work, I had to drive like 45 minutes and set up and do like a little Christmas party for the residents of this apartment building. And so by the time I got food and brought it home, it was like 9 o'clock before I actually walked through the door. So kind of running on vapors, but hey, happy to be here.
I hear you, man, because I didn't wake up till almost 9 o'clock this morning. So I was way behind the 8 ball this morning trying to get myself up and running. And oh, my gosh. Yeah. And then come to find out that things had changed again and with StreamYard, and they also changed in the application that I use my music for the title card. As you can see or hear, the music was different. Well, that's because they took the one I've been using for the past 3 years. They took it out, and it's like, but I've already formulated a plan. I'll get that music back. You watch. So next week we'll be back to normal.
There you go.
But I want to. Unfortunately, I have to start this week's show off on a sad note, because the comic community lost one of its best members here, Kirby. Who went by the handle of Under the Cowl of MS, unfortunately passed away just a day or so ago. And we want to send our thoughts, prayers, and well wishes to his family, his wife and his family. So he will be missed.
Yeah, I hated to hear that. I saw it on Facebook. I think Aaron, Psychotronic Squirt Gun, he put up a notice, and I said, man, I didn't even know. I didn't know if it was sudden or if he'd been sick a while or what the deal was. Man, I really hated to hear that because Kirby was a good guy.
Yes, he was.
We're kind of mourning the loss right now. So
we were lucky enough to have him in the Peanut Gallery several times, Always a pleasure. And I've seen him on all the different shows and whatnot. And, he was always a very pleasant man and very kind and very giving. So again, thoughts and prayers to his family. So,
Absolutely.
So let's see. What do you think? We bring in the peanut gallery?
Sure.
All right. Let's see if I can not screw this up.
The peanut gallery's on the run. We got the comics, you bring the fun. Saturday morning time to cheer. Man, we're glad you're here. North, south, east, and west. Peanut gallery, you're the best. All our friends, both far and near. Man, we're glad you're here.
All right, and leading off as usual with the peanut gallery, we've got Easy Comic Reader and his comic song of the day.
All the way from a sunny South Texas town comes the man who makes the magic sound, writing songs for the young and the old, sharing all those songs brave and bold. Easy Comic Reader, you pave the way, writing songs to sing every Saturday. We thank you for the song you've given us today. Yeah, we thank you for the cool comic song of the day. Thank you, Easy, for your cool comic song of the day. Thanks, Easy.
That's right. Thanks, Easy, for another beautiful song here. He says, man, I'm sorry.
Me.
Oh, there we go. All right. He says, good morning, everyone. Hope everyone is doing well. To the tune of Shambhala by Three Dog Night. We ready, partner?
I don't think we're ever actually really ready, but we'll try to, Yeah,
Fair
one of these
enough.
days I'm gonna borrow one of my dad's guitars. That way we'll have something to kind of accompany us.
Fair enough. All right. I'm going to follow your lead because you're the one that's musically inclined.
I don't know about that, man. I'm still raw from last night. Okay, here we go. Oh yeah, ay. Oh yeah, ay. Everyone is helpful. Everyone is kind. When we're watching CBM. Everyone is lucky. Everyone is so kind. Watching CBM. Oh yeah, ay. Oh yeah, ay.
All right. That was bad. I don't think that was bad.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
Cool beans.
That's a good one, Easy.
Yeah.
That's
Thank you so much.
umpteenth version or umpteenth volume of Greatest Hits.
Yeah. Absolutely. Thank you so much, Easy, for another great song. As always, man. Love it. Thank you
Awesome
so
stuff.
much. All right. Well, who else is in the peanut gallery? We know who else is in the peanut gallery because we got him coming up right now.
So,
Anthony Perdue is here again.
Hooray!
With another great story ready to begin.
Oh yeah!
He'll take us back to when he was a kid and how comics were involved in things he did. So Anthony, please share another memory. We love to hear your tales of long ago and live our childhoods over through your story with comic books
I'm sorry. I hit the button just before you started talking. I'm sorry, Shannon.
No, it's
Cut
good,
you
man.
off.
I was just I guess you switched it around a little bit because usually it was Anthony Perdue first and then Mike, but I didn't know you'd done that, so I was just kind of wondering
No, it's whoever comes up first in the chat.
Okay,
So
I got you.
and a lot of times it's been easy coming up first because he stays up most of the night because once it gets done with Crazy Hungarian Joe's show, it's early morning, so he just puts it in early
I
morning.
got you.
Like
Okay.
it was
Cool deal.
3:37 this morning. He put this in.
Oh wow.
So that's the only reason things have kind of changed up a little bit.
I got you.
So, but we got Anthony, and he's here, and he's saying, "Good morning, Peanut Pears." It was a neighborhood thrift store that called Chalks, where I would find treasures. Ooh.
Once or twice a month between 1980 and 1985, I would stop at Chuck's and always find something to bring home.
Like the times when I bought 10 out of the 15 Man from U.N.C.L.E. novels they had for 25 cents a piece. Oh, that's a pretty good deal.
Oh, yeah.
3 paperback novels of the Phantom. Oh, and even a Phantom Big Little book. There's some treasures there.
Oh, man, that's nice.
Yeah.
Walt Disney collectibles like a Whitman mystery novel featuring Annette, a 1961 photo novel of the Parent Trap, record albums, and character-based items.
Oh, cool beans. He says, I always knew I would find something to bring home. In 1985, after a TV program revealed that treasures could be found at thrift stores, etc., Chalks never had cool stuff anymore. People started finding out about the honey hole.
There we go. For a while, it was like finding my childhood at a neighborhood thrift store called Chalks. Teddy says hi to all his friends. Take care, everyone, and take care of yourself, Anthony. Great story, as always.
Always great to hear your stories, Anthony. Thank you so much for sharing them with us. And say hi to Teddy for us and give him a few treats. He deserves them. All right, let's see what else is going on here. Hey, we've got Gratu Orloff. How you doing, Gratu?
Welcome, Gratu.
Gratu just got done having his first eye cataract surgery. And I saw on a video he did last night. I haven't finished watching the whole thing, but I did hear him say that everything came out very well.
Yeah.
He was excited and he said he had a good time with the whole experience, which is good because it makes it easier when you go ready for the next one. So, So glad everything worked out good for you, Gratu.
Yes, sir. I saw that last night myself. I was watching a few videos, so I was really happy to hear that.
Awesome. I know when it happened to me, man, it was scary at first, but then when it kicked in, I've been so excited. I'm going around reading things. I'm reading signs on the side of the road, and my wife's like, "What's wrong with you?" You know, but it's like you couldn't see the details before, especially the distance. So,
right.
But great to have you with us, Gratu. A lot of times he'll kind of simulcast us on some of his videos too. So thank you for that.
That's cool. Appreciate that.
All right, we know who's coming up next. So let me just get that ready. Here we go.
She came to CBM. Fantastic things keep happening. There really is wisdom in the things she says. And yes, we all appreciate what she brings to the show. She is our Lady Mariah, Baroness of the Blue Ranch, and she's sharing her stories with everyone tuning into the show. Let's go!
All right, we've got Lady Mariah once again going to keep us in line and keep the show running and save me every time with the pause line. She says, good morning, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Lady M's Comic Book Memories. Today's episode, Christmas specials.
The first Christmas special that I remember watching as a kid was Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer on my parents' big square box black and white TV in their bedroom. I immediately identified with Rudolph as I was
Bullied as a kid in grade school for many years, mostly because I was quiet and smart. I didn't know until years later that the scene where Santa rescues the misfit toys was added later due to a letter. I didn't know that.
I wasn't aware either. Writing campaign from children asking why Santa didn't help the toys.
Other Christmas specials that stood out in my memory were The Little Drummer Boy. I just watched that one. The Year Without a Santa Claus. We just watched that one. Santa Claus is Coming to Town. Frosty the Snowman, and A Charlie Brown Christmas.
Nice.
All those Rankin and Bass ones with the puppets. I wish I had all the soundtrack and the musical soundtrack. They had some cool songs.
Oh yeah, they were great. How the Grinch Stole Christmas, Frosty's Winter Wonderland, Rudolph's Shiny New Year, Jack Frost, Rudolph and Frosty's Christmas in July, 'Twas the Night Before Christmas, and The First Christmas.
I think she named them. Oh, she's got some more. The Story of the First Christmas Show. I watched these on our living room console, color TV. Most of the specials aired on either CBS or ABC network broadcast TV. I don't recall many airing on NBC.
That's a good point. That's why I remember that too. So she did, but some might have.
And she says, I remember making a diorama in grade school for a Charlie Brown Christmas. It was my first apartment during college. I made a makeshift Charlie Brown Christmas tree from loose pine tree branches that I
gathered up from a tree yard that my friend Tracy's parents went to for their family tree. Fun fact, Thurl Ravenscroft, who sang the memorable Grinch song, is perhaps better known as the voice of, and I know what she's going to say here,
Tony the Tiger in TV commercials.
I did not know that.
I did not know that though. I knew the voice of the Grinch, but I did not know he was Tony the Tiger too.
Yeah.
Awesome. Learning stuff every day.
I found The Life and Adventures of Santa Claus many years later, airing on the ABC Family Channel. It was adapted by Rankin Bass from the L. Frank Baum story and was definitely darker in tone than
the majority of the Christmas specials aimed at families over the years. This show is very rarely aired, but if you can catch it, it's most definitely worth watching and is my number 3 most
favorite Christmas special of all time. Number 1 is, of course, Rudolph, and number 2 is Charlie Brown Christmas. I like the other specials that I have listed, but these 3 tend to hit me.
In the feels a lot stronger than the others.
Thank you for listening to today's edition of Lady M's Comic Book Memories. Now back to our regularly scheduled programming on WSAN 75, the home of comic book memories, already in progress.
Well, thank you so much, Maranya. Those are all favorites of ours. I'm sure.
Great. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, most of those are in our Christmas season rotation for watching. We've already watched several of them. And I watch them 2 or 3 times because I just love singing along with the music, you know. I'm Mr. Heat Miser, I'm Mr. I just because it takes you right back to when you were a kid. You remember these things as a kid, you know. So it's
the ones from Rudolph. You put one foot in front of the other, and soon you'll be walking across the floor.
Absolutely, all that stuff, and one of my favorites was always when you're the first toy maker to the king.
Yeah, good stuff.
So a lot of great memories right there, Maranya. Thank you so much for sharing those with us. Just bring back wonderful childhood memories. So cool beans. All right, let's see who else is in the peanut gallery today. We got I Am One of Us. How you doing, I Am One of Us?
Welcome, sir. Glad to see you.
He says, hello, Rod and Maranya and Shannon and the rest of the peanut gallery.
I'm gone so much that people forgot about me, man.
Oh, no, we gotta remedy that. We got to remedy that.
And Eric K's in the house. Happy Saturday.
Hey, all right.
always happy to see Eric. He's been showing
Yes,
us some more goodies in our group text that he sends me and Rod. Got some great comics. It's time for another video, Eric. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink.
Yes, I didn't get a chance. I know you guys were texting last night. I didn't get a chance to because of everything that was going on, but I was going to check out the pictures. And I do have a couple of things to show today. Two of them are the wrestling magazines that I had mentioned to you guys in the chat. So I went and picked that stuff up yesterday. So plus I got some like Mad magazine paperbacks and stuff.
Cool.
So stuff that I had forgotten was there, but Ma found it up in the attic.
Nice.
And Maranya says, love your song as always, ECR. Dolly June and Amos Moses are definitely howl singing along to it.
And also from Ronnie, great story, Anthony. It's great when you find that shop which has all those treasures. My best to you and Teddy.
Awesome. And I think she's already mentioned a few of them. So why don't we play the Legion of Peanut Pets? We didn't get to do it last week. All right, there's the Legion of Peanut Pets and the Heavenly Peanut Pets. So I think we got them all there. All right, who else is in the peanut gallery? Oh, we got Jason Nutter. How you doing, Jason?
Hey, Jason.
He says, good morning to the doc, the cannon, the lady, and whatever peanut you'd identify as this week, he says. Cool. Great to have you with us, Jason.
And Missing Mars in the house.
Double M.
Had to see Double M, and he's giving a shout out to Grotto.
Cool beans. Great to have you with us, sir. And we got Higgy Pop. There we go.
Welcome.
He says, hello to all the peanuts. I hope all is well, he says. And we hope all is well with you, sir.
Absolutely, Higgy.
Higgy, you still got to get back to me on those books I want to know about. You got to get back to me.
And Ron says, good morning. I am one of us, Eric, in the Four Paw crew, and Jason, today I identify as a batch of honey roasted mixed nuts.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. And we got Higgy Pop. He's saying, Lady Maranya, comic books at her feet. That's it.
And Ron says, good morning, Double M and Ludwig, Higgy Pop, Hawk Dog, and Hawk Woman.
Why is that? There. Telling you, technical difficulties abound. Jason says, I'm feeling more like peanut butter today, Maranya. All righty. Just feeling kind of smooth.
And Eric Breen's in the house.
Hey, the professor, how you doing?
Good to see you as always, my friend. And he says late again. So is he talking about us, or maybe he came in late?
Probably us.
Probably us. They're actually on time for us. So,
Yeah, really. Maranya says, smooth and easily spreadable, Jason. I like smooth myself. Almond butter is okay, but it tends to taste drier than regular peanut butter. I've never tried almond butter.
Never have.
So,
Eric Breen says we should get a partial refund.
That's it.
Well, if you're expecting a refund, I'd like to know where the funds were in the first place, because we have received none. No funds whatsoever. No support at all.
Great to have you with us, Eric. Maranya says, what's that?
Go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. Maranya says it's RST, Rod Standard Time. Yeah, today it was Rod Standard Time for sure. Eric, how can you and Lady Coco Lumpbottom get a partial refund when the show is free? She says.
My point. And Eric's like, details.
Details. Maranya says, being a Virgo in the zodiac, I'm literally hardwired to focus on the details, Eric. There she goes.
And from Jason said, smooth is definitely the preferred peanut butter, just feeling crushed by the time crunch of work and the holidays. Can we get an extra couple of hours in the day, please? Hey, I'm with you, Jason. Man, I could use some extra hours.
I wish we had. I've told my wife before, I said, we need like 36 hours in a day in order to get done what we want to get done, still have time to relax and enjoy life.
Yeah.
Piggy Pop says, holy Shannon, the base cannon Batman. He says, it's awesome to see the dynamic duo.
It is awesome to be back. Thank you, sir.
It is great to have you back, brother. Great to have you back.
And I'm one says, hello, Shannon. Nice to see you here. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. Always happy to be here.
Cool beans. Maranya says, I could use a few extra hours myself per day, Jason. I plan on baking cookies for the family for Christmas. Baking can take a while.
And the Jackson Oykirk is in the house. Welcome,
How
sir.
you doing, Jackson?
He says, good morning, folks. Been listening to another YouTube channel playing Wish You Were Here from Pink Floyd 50th anniversary. Awesome.
Oh, cool. Cool
Great
beans. Well, we're great to see you in the peanut gallery once again.
Absolutely.
Piggy Pop says, hey, Rod, I will be in touch soon about the PT boat skipper. Thanks so much. Cool beans. All righty. You probably had that in there before I even said anything, so.
And for Anya, oatmeal raisins, snickerdoodle, and 2 cookies made from box cake mixes, strawberry and chocolate. The latter 2 are an experiment, and we'll see how they turn out.
That's it. Let's get on board and head down to her place. Cookies. I'm there. That's the one thing I can make. I can bake cookies when they're, you've got the dough already made and everything. You just break them off, put them in.
So basically, you're making cookies, so you're not actually making the dough. So you're not actually making the cookies.
Oh,
you're just putting the cookies in the oven. Is that what you're saying?
Oh, well, yeah. For me, that's bacon. Oh, that's so true. Eric Breed says, Coco locked herself in the bathroom yesterday. What? If cats are so smart, why did she need me to let her out? Why is she locking herself in the bathroom?
Oh, no. And Mariah says, good morning, Jackson.
And we've got Crazy Hungarian Joe. How you doing, Joe?
Hey, Joe. Great to see you. He was posting the other day about how cold it was up there. I think it was like -1 degree and like -34 with the wind chill. And I'm like, wow.
I saw that. I was going to say, I hope you're not frozen stiff out there because, man, that's some cold temps right there.
That is crazy.
Woo! Oh, great to have you with us, Joe.
Absolutely. And Jason says, okay, everyone hit Maranya house this afternoon for cookies.
There we go. Full house now. Maranya says, that is smart, Eric. she got her human pet to help her.
That's a good point. Or an opposing point, I guess you could say.
There you go.
And Jackson says there must be a better place for Coco to hide from Eric. Maybe hide some boxes or comics or something.
There you go. Mariah says, "Oh no, thoughts and prayers to Kyle's family and let me kill my sir." Yes, thank you, Mariah. Everybody send thoughts and prayers to Kirby's family. Appreciate that.
And she says, I'm not baking them until a day or two before Christmas, Jason. I have to budget out the supplies.
All right, that gives us time to get our plane fare.
There we go.
And the Jackson Roykirk says, listening to his dull voice all day would make me want to hide. Oh, ow, ooh.
Shots fired.
Yes, sir.
Already. And Locking the Covers is in the house. Welcome.
Hey, like
It says, hello, Rod and Shannon and everyone in the Peanut Gallery. Three Dog Night was a great band that I grew up with. It's a balmy 30 degrees here in Ohio this morning. More snow coming today.
Oh, man. I don't envy you, man. We got snow, I think, supposed to be on the way tomorrow. We got like 20% chance of snow. I'm hoping that 20% is a lot of small flakes.
Yeah, we had like 5 inches here yesterday. We got to notice some work. You know, they give us this little thing where they give us the status of whether we're going to work or not, and it's like, okay, third shift is canceled. First shift you're on an hour delay, and it was worse later. We got this notice like 9 o'clock at night. You know, so I got up, you know, and took 20 minutes to clean the car off, and then where it takes me an hour to get to work, and they hadn't done anything to roads. It took me an hour and a half or longer yesterday. So by the time I got to work, I was already trashed, and then had a bad day at work, and then I had to do all of those stuff. So I was very grateful to walk through the door here at home last night.
I bet you were.
Crazy stuff.
I don't miss those snow days that you had to get into work some way, shape, or form. I don't miss those one bit.
Oh, I know you don't.
No, sir. That was because it just made the day start off on a stressful note. You know,
Oh yeah.
especially like me and you, we have to get up fairly early. We had to get up fairly early because we had a long drive to go to our jobs. You know?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So I mean, the plows are barely out there when we're doing it.
Right.
So, cold just thinking about it. Diabetic Superman, how you doing this morning, sir?
Hey DS, happy to see you, sir.
Thank you so much for spending your Saturday with us once again. He says, good morning, everyone, and a good morning to you, DS. Thanks for hanging out with us once again.
Absolutely. And Marty says, good morning, Hungarian and LTC. 60 degrees here in Jacksonville, Florida. No relation to Jackson. Yikes. I'm glad I moved here away from the snow.
Yeah, that's a place to be. Someplace where they don't have snow.
All right.
And it's, I think I just looked and it was 12 degrees out here this morning. So, yeah, going to have to start the wood stove early, I think. Brian says, good morning to DS and Shadow.
And the Jackson Roykirk says, wow, the cat next door packed up his bags and moved out.
Iggy Pop says, you guys got Hot Dog howling at the Easy Comic song. There you go. He wants to join in.
Nice.
Cool beans.
And from Jason, wait, we need to be kind.
Missing Mars, Double M, he says, love when you two sing, always out of sync with each other. He's in sync. I'm the one that's out of sync because, man, I couldn't carry a tune in a bucket. So.
And Ron says, sucker bet, Jackson. The cat will come back the very next day.
The cat come back the very next day. The cat came back. You thought he was gone, but remember that song? Do you remember that song?
I don't remember that.
No, it was. I remember hearing it on. Remember there was a TV show called Zoom, put on by kids. It was a PBS.
Oh yeah, I do remember Zoom. Yeah.
Yeah, and I remember hearing it on that. The cat came back the very next day.
It's been a while since I saw that show. Look that up.
Yeah, I think it had it all different major cities around the country.
Right.
Like we had it ours out of Boston. So,
Right.
hey, Dale Lutz, how you doing, sir?
Hey, cousin, how's it going?
Great to have you with us.
Always
says-
good to see Cousin Dale.
He says, morning all. Looking good, boys. Well, thank you, sir. You are too kind, or you need glasses.
Well, he had LASIK, so there's nothing wrong with his eyes. So maybe, yeah, there's something wrong with his eyes.
Oh, great to have you with us, Dale. Hope your Saturday's going well, my friend.
Absolutely. And Easy Comic Reader says, thank you, fellas. Thank you, kind sir.
Yes, thank you for another great hit.
Yeah,
Going
I
on
love
the
Three Dog
album.
Night anyway. I love that one, and I always loved Out in the Country, and all the big hits they had, like One and Mama Told Me Not to Come, and all that good stuff. Yeah,
The one I remember from them is Joy to the World.
yeah.
That's the one that I when I hear Three Dog Night, that's the first thing I think of, because that song was so big back in the early 70s, and we heard it every hour, I think, when we were camping out on the weekends. We'd go to a campground and stuff like that, and I swear that song was played every hour. So,
Yeah, I remember like me and several of my cousins would be up to my uncle and aunt's house, and we'd be out in the yard just screaming that song on the top of our lungs.
yes, sir. Yes,
Great
sir.
stuff.
Maranya says it's actually easier to be kind, Jason, or at least for me. Being mean takes a lot of energy that I can't spare, she says. There you go.
And she says, good morning, Other Dale.
Jason says, is snarky mean? I need to know if reminding Rod Wally West is the best Flash is kind or not. Shout out to Jay Garrick for Lady Maranya. Oh, he's hedging his bets there. Oh, I'm on to you, Jason. I'm on to you.
And Liking the Cover said, One by Three Dog Night was one of my favorite songs that they did. Yep, we just mentioned that. Great minds think alike.
Scotty Z70 is with us. How you doing, Scotty?
Yo, Scotty.
He says, I went to my long distance comic shop on Thursday with this early winter. I've been interested in video games, so I've been getting I was going to say New England something, but what is that? That's the Nintendo Entertainment System.
There you go.
See, it's been a while. Sega games. Can y'all keep that cold up there? No, we don't want it up here. I ain't enjoying frozen toes. I hate this type of season.
Yeah. And Ron says, being snarky is low grade mean, Jason. One is a favorite of the Three Dog Night for me too.
There you go. I'm not. I probably know the song, but I'm not familiar with just the title, which one it is. Excuse me. Maranya says, my sentiments exactly on cold temp, Scotty. Hope you and the fantastic Fursum are doing well.
And Jason says Three Dog Night does a song called Eli's Coming, correct? Great song. Yes, absolutely. Really good song.
And Scotty says, aren't the snarks those aliens that look like alligators and try to get the power pack kids? That I do not know.
And from Jason, we are trying to get rid of the cold weather, Scotty. We don't want to keep it.
Not at all. Not at all. Scotty says, Maranya, I had you like Iron Man? I heard. That's got to be I heard you like Iron Man. I got an Iron Man number 127 for $6, 25% Thursday. Oh, you just picked one up. Okay. Cool beans.
And Martin said, yes, Scotty, also correct. Jason, great price, Scotty.
Nice. Good deal. Liking the covers, he says. Yes, Jason, you are correct. They had a hit with Eli's Coming. Great song, too, he says.
Yep.
There you go.
And from Scotty, I always thought Rudolph looked like my Uncle Charles. He was always lit and had a red nose. Good old drunk Uncle Charlie.
Oh, man. Poor Uncle Charlie. Hey, Chief Comic Collector.
Hey, Rob.
How you doing, Rob?
Glad to see you, sir.
He says, good morning, everyone, and good morning to you, sir. Hope all is going well. I know he's still making his way through his own personal collection on his videos. Just great stuff. Love watching that stuff.
Yeah, I think I got to watch maybe towards the end of the 1976 books he had, and a lot of great stuff in there.
Yeah, it's always great because you never know. Excuse me. You never know what the next book is that he's going to turn up. You know, because he'll have it could be a Casper, and then the next one could be a Spider-Man. You know, just great stuff, Rob. Great stuff. Keep it coming, Rob.
Great
Loving it.
And Maranya says, good morning, Triple C.
Jason says, favorite Christmas specials are Muppet Family Christmas, Arthur Christmas, Emmett Otter. I just watched that one not too long ago. The Doctor Who Christmas Carol episode, which I'm not familiar with. Garfield Christmas, and A Year Without a Santa Claus, the worst we ever had. I love those Rankin and Bass ones, man. They're the best.
And
Scotty, go ahead.
He says, I think that's what the cop sang to my drunk uncle. Put one foot in front of the other. Or old Uncle Charlie, huh?
Yeah. The Jackson Rourke says, Prep and Landing should be a modern classic, in my humble opinion. So clever, great wordplay and visuals. Now, I'm curious, Jackson, because I saw those in I can watch those on my on-demand. They're part of they got these free ones that you can watch, but I've never heard of them before, so I did not watch them yet. Are they good? Have you watched them at all?
I haven't seen them.
Yeah, because I don't know anything about them other than I guess it's about a couple of elves. So I need to know more, because if they're good, I'll watch them, man. I know I can get those for free, so I'm curious.
And Maranya says, one foot in front of the other is Santa Claus Coming to Town. That's the Winter Wizard song. Yep.
Yes. With the yes, that's a classic. Maranya says, I recall Prep and Landing, Jackson. It's pretty good. Okay, there's two. There's two that say it's pretty good.
And Jason, read one that came out last year, a surprisingly great Christmas movie.
I want to see that. Have you seen that one?
No, I haven't seen it yet.
That's got The Rock in it.
Yeah.
Dwayne Johnson. And it looked really good. And I didn't get to see it last year. And I just noticed it. And I could get that one free on demand too. So that one is going to be watched. I may even watch that tonight. So, because that is one I want to see. It's kind of like an action movie with Santa Claus and stuff. Yeah. So he gets kidnapped. And Maranya says, I finally saw the Muppet Christmas Carol last year. It is one of the best retellings of the classic. Have you ever seen that one?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's my favorite Christmas one now, is the Muppet Christmas Carol. I just, like the lamp, not the rat. Like the lamp, not the rat. I just that, and again, the music in that is awesome. Everyone's a toe tapper, and it just my wife has to look over at me and kindly tell me to, hey, leave the singing up to the singers.
Calm down, honey, or else.
Yeah, because I'll be out there. I'll be in the recliner belting them out with them,
And Diabetic Superman says, hey, Rob.
Scotty says, I've been watching Step by Step and Eureka. I'm not familiar with either of those. While laying sick in bed, those are comfort shows. Oh, sorry to hear that you're sick. I hope you're feeling better today.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, don't need any sickness this time of year, man. So get better, Scotty.
And Ryan says, ouch, hope you feel better soon, Scotty.
He says, I feel better today for now, but that'll change. Uh-oh. No. We want you to continue to feel good, man.
And he says, poor kitty, but my neighbor's rescue was an orange tabby, Mr. Swirl, such a sweet kitty.
Oh, cool beans. Cool beans. Jason says, get better soon, Scotty. So Eureka is a great show. I've only seen the episode where it crosses over with the Warehouse 13, which was a great show. I'm not familiar with either.
Eureka is a town where I wish I lived. Jason Nutter said, I love it. It's fun.
Oh, cool. And Maranya says, I personally like both Eureka and Warehouse 13, two of the better sci-fi channel shows. Oh, so they're sci-fi shows? Before they went off the rails with the stupid sci-fi name change. Okay.
And Scotty says, I want to get well so I can go back to working in the shed looking for my old video games. I know I still have 2 to 3 crates of Sega games out there. I have over 100 and only have 37 inside my house.
Holy cow. I think I had maybe 5 at the height of my video playing in the late 80s, early 90s. Jason says, as out Christmas, I keep seeing the Warehouse 13 DVD set and remind myself, shopping for others, not myself. Shopping for others, not myself. I have a problem with that myself.
And the Jackson Orkirk says, sorry, same way, Jason, I put more in my Amazon cart for me than others.
Yep. Because it never fails. I'll go out and I'll look for something for my son or my daughter, and just, oh, that's cool. Shiny. I'll take that.
Right.
Maranya says, I'm looking forward to my Ollie's run next Wednesday. Pemmican, beef jerky, and baking trays are on the shopping list.
And from Jason, or an 8th day of the week, which not be a sign for anything you want. No work, no stress. Yeah, that would be cool.
Scotty says, when I moved the furniture from against the tiny shelf in the hall, I found out that I have Warehouse 13, every Stargate, Robotech, and Sanctuary DVDs on that shelf, and many Western DVDs. I have a lot of Western DVDs. That's for sure.
And Ron says, also chocolate covered cherries for my Dale. He loves the dark chocolate variety.
There you go. Jason says, exactly, Jackson. You keep seeing things for yourself and family members claim after you were hired to shop for.
And Moran says, Eric has had my snickerdoodle cookies, and you can ask him how they were.
There we go. I love snickerdoodles. I just had one last night. My daughter brought from where she worked. They had a bake-off thing, and she brought me home a snickerdoodle cookie. That was good. Scotty says, Maranya, Ollie's, are you hoping to get the $1 Marvel action figures? Oh, maybe I'll have to go to Ollie's. Woo.
And Jackson said, Eric gets cookies.
Ryan says, I'll see what they have, Scotty. I want Iron Man, of course, but that will be a lucky find, she says.
And she also said, Jackson, this was a few years back. I made a big batch of cookies for some of England Team's crew.
Oh, cool beans. Scotty says, I have dozens of Iron Man figures from that one movie where every armor shows up at the end. They made so many in the 3.75-inch scale.
And Martin says, Iron Man 3, lucky you, Scotty.
Hey, there we go. We got the pause line. That means it's time to show some comics. What do you say? You want to show some?
Yeah, I really didn't have time to pull out a lot. I'm just going to show some stuff I showed on a couple of videos I put up last week.
Cool beans.
What?
All right, you got to remember how to do all this. There we go.
First off, I want to show again a great AOK I got from Mr. Eric K. He had some extras of Back Issue magazine and was kind enough to give myself and you too, Rod, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Some extras he had. And here we have Back Issue 73. And this has got a lot of Batman's partners. Got the Outsiders, Man Bat, Commissioner Gordon, Batmite, all kinds of great stuff. This is a great magazine. One of my favorites, if not my favorite, comic-related magazine. Currently, of course, back in the day, it was Amazing World of DC Comics, but great issue. And he's got his stamp on that, which is always great.
Very nice.
Oh, yeah.
Does Tomorrow's make a bad magazine? I've never seen one.
No, I've never seen a bad magazine. I mean, it got Back Issue and Alter Ego and, Retro Fan and Cryptology and just all these companion books.
Great stuff.
All kinds of stuff. Here we got 147. 20th anniversary edition of George Perez Wonder Woman.
Nice.
Great book. Love George Perez. Wish he was doing a lot of stuff today, right now.
Yes, sir.
And we have a twofer here. He called this Doing a Medarog. And he also left me a great personal note, as he always does. It's Retro Fan number 3, winter 2019. We got toys and Superman the movie director Richard Donner, Aquaman and animation, Sea Monkeys Then and Now, Irwin Allen Voyage to the Bottom of the Barrel, Fantastic Fanzines, Funny Face Collectibles. Nice. Great bag there. And also one of my favorites that I forgot to mention, Jack Kirby Collectors, number 86.
Oh, yes.
Shows all kinds of Kirby's art in the pencil stages. It's reproed in this magazine. All kinds of great articles, stuff you didn't know. Got a big stack of these in a box over there somewhere. So thank you once again, Eric. And I just got this in the mail yesterday. I'm kind of getting into some of these promo posters that they put out like in the 80s. I've got a couple. I got one over here for America versus the JSA. You remember that one, Rod?
Yes.
And
nice.
This is from probably one of my favorite Justice Leaguers. Got his own miniseries in the mid-'80s.
Oh, cool.
Red Tornado finally gets himself together. It doesn't look like it, but this was a cool little 4-issue miniseries. I forget who did the writing, but Carmine Infantino did the art. So, Reddy was always one of my favorite Justice Leaguers, even though he got killed off every 10 or 12 issues in the Justice League. So I'm going to be looking for a frame for this one, so I was happy to get that.
It's so true. He got killed a lot.
And these are some books I got from LCS a few weeks ago. I showed on a recent video, so for those of you that didn't watch that, most of these are like $1 and $2 books. This is one that I needed for my Legion run, Legion Superheroes 260.
Nice.
$2.91. Now, I think these next few I already had, but these were like $1, and they were like high grade. And I always loved the story. The Great Darkness featured Darkseid. I got 4 of the 5 parts, so didn't have issue 90, but I already got a couple issues of that, or copies of that one. So back when Levitz and Giffen was doing their great work. Number 292.
Cool.
And this is one of my favorite covers. Number 293, and it also has a free 16-page preview of Masters of the Universe.
Love it when artists incorporate the logo or whatever into the title into the picture. I love those.
And here we have the last chapter, another great cover, Legion 294, the climax of the Great Darkness saga.
Oh, I think I actually have that one.
Yeah, it's a great story. And you got some Booster Gold, number 9. Trying to complete the first booster run.
Excellent.
I think these are all $1. Booster Gold number 10.
Nice.
And here we have Secret Origins number 22, featuring the Millennium crossover, the origin of the Manhunters.
Oh yes, I remember those.
Every iteration right there. And picked up some Starman issues. I was surprised to find these in the dollar box. But these are some issues I didn't have. Closing in on this one, issue 53.
Nice.
I love Tony Harris's art. I've already showed that print I got from him, right? Did I show it on here?
I'm not sure.
Okay. He was him and his wife are selling Starman prints. And I bought one and this is the Knight family.
Oh yes, you did. Yes. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, that's cool.
He was kind enough to put his signature on there. So I'm going to be looking for a frame to put this one in.
Yeah, that's cool.
And Starman 54, one of the Times Past stories. Very cool.
Yeah.
One of the best series from the 90s. And I got to read this one. This is one that I really wanted, number 55. Features Space Cabbie, Ultra the Multi-Alien, and just all kinds of cool space people that you would like seeing in Strange Adventures or Mystery in Space. So a very, very cool story. And kind of got some go-go checks going up there.
Yeah.
How about that?
Mega go-go checks.
Yeah, fun story. And got some DC Comics Presents that I needed for my run. There's number 55, Superman and Airwave versus the Parasite. And also special guest star Superboy in the original Airwave.
Nice.
So closing in on those, on that run. Superman and Aquaman, number 48, DC Presents. Of course, I know you're probably like me. You like the bonus features, like Whatever Happened To, and this is Whatever Happened to Pirate.
Yeah.
And this
I miss DC Comics. I always liked that series because we were fans of Brave and the Bold, so it was just like another Brave and the Bold. I really liked that.
Now the art team wasn't as consistent as Brave and the Bold because you had Jim Aparo doing most of those.
Right.
This is pretty good. Hey, and this is a cover by Gil Kane and Frank Giacoya. Oh, as Higgy would say. And here we have number 21, Superman and the Elongated Man.
Nice.
Cover by Andrew and Dick Giordano. And this is one that I had when I was a kid, and something happened to him, I'm not sure. But number 18, Superman and Zatanna. And she, that was around the time she came out with her new costume. I was not a fan. I always liked the heels and the fishnets and the top hat.
I have to agree with you.
Yeah. And here we have Batman and the Outsiders annual number 2. Now, Rod, can you tell me what the significance of this issue is? I
can't off the top of my head.
You cannot.
I could.
And you're a Metamorpho Isle.
Yes.
This is the issue where finally Rex Mason and Sapphire Stagg get married.
Oh.
So you're going to have this in your collection sooner or later. Excuse me.
Oh, I'm sure I've it looks familiar, so I'm pretty sure I got it. But the chances are that I read that when I bought it off the rack and bagged it, and I haven't read it
That
since.
was that, huh? I've already completed this one, but this was a buck, and this issue is in great shape. Richard Reagan Kung Fu Fighter number 9. Dick Giordano cover. Sergeant Rock 409. You can't pass up a Kubert cover. Never. And got some newer adventure comics. This is number 8. I guess number 511. They kind of did like the Marvel Legacy thing. I don't know why they just can't continue with the original.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense why they can't just continue it.
Yeah. And I already had this one, but this was a buck, and it was in great shape. So DC Superstars number 3, featuring a reprint of the Adult Legion, Legion of Supervillains. And upgraded some JLAs, JLA 164. Around the same time as Zatanna got her new costume. And number 158, this was part of the DC Explosion run featuring Ultra. His
Oh
second.
yeah, Ultra.
And then you got the Legion or Secret Society of Supervillains in this one too. And I found a copy of Eric Kay's favorite Justice League, or one of his first Justice Leagues, I guess. JLA 133 going against Despero. 133. Ernie Chan cover. Cannot go wrong.
No, not at all.
And there's another issue, number 129. The Earth Dies Screaming. All upgrades. And this is one of the issues where Red Tornado gets killed again. And got some action comics from later on in the Bronze Age, number 514 against Luthor and Brainiac. And you got Adam and the Airwave also. And number 493, this is one that I didn't have. You know, some of these, and I know you do the same thing probably, like your favorite titles, and you know, you're never going to be able to collect all of Action Comics, so you got to like pick out a certain run, you know, to try to collect. So mine's going to be like maybe Action 350 through 500. I'm getting pretty close, and if I find something past that, I'll pick it up just like I did that one. But and this is an upgrade, number 474. Kurt Schaffenberger cover. And I know you know this one, number 466. This is another upgrade, the Neil Adams cover.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
And I guess these are like, I think these books were like just normally priced as marked. But these are two I needed for my Supervillain Team Up run. Dr. Doom and Submariner number 7, featuring the Shroud, one of our favorite B-listers. And number 8, more Namor and Dr. Doom.
Cool. That's a fun series.
Yeah, did you get to see the Supergirl teaser?
I did.
Yeah.
Doesn't make me want to run out and watch it.
Yeah, they based that on like a recent comic series, which I really liked. So I'll be wanting to go see it. Here we got something that's up your alley, Rod. Fighting 5, number 46.
Oh, yes.
Good Charlton stuff.
Yeah.
E-Man number 2. Great Joe Staten on the cover.
Nice.
And got some Go Key stuff. More of this George Wilson gorgeous painted artwork on the cover. Voyage to the Bottom of Sea, number 9.
Oh, awesome. Very cool.
And Space Family Robinson Lost in Space, number 20. Another George Wilson beauty.
Oh, nice.
And more from Charlton. This is Go-Go, number 2.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, this is more like Tippy the Teen and, you know, Debbie's Dates and that sort of thing. Fun stuff. I think there's only 9 issues.
I don't see those too many places.
Oh, no, that's the first time I'd ever seen those out in a while. I knew it existed. But here we got Fighting Air Force, number 52.
Oh, yeah. That one got, that's got an American Eagle, right?
Yep.
The American Eagle story?
The Eagle, yep.
Because he was in like 4 issues of that.
And here we have some of these great Super Comics reprints from the 60s. Kit Carson, number 10.
Oh, wow. That's neat. I don't think I've ever seen one.
Notice that is a John Severin cover. So kind of cool. Last but not least, more Super Comics reprints. Battle Stories, number 16.
Oh, wow. Another one I've never seen before. That's cool.
I've never seen it either, so that's pretty cool.
Super Comics, they were a weird company, man. They try to put together a run of anything of theirs, and that's
Yeah,
tough.
a lot of it is like they reprinted stuff from like the late 40s and early 50s from other companies. So, but still, then it's
But
cool
you can't find like things. I think I've got like 3 issues of Danger in a row,
couple of
but
those.
anything else you try and find, it's like an odd number here, like Doll Man and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's such a weird company
Yeah.
to try and get a run on.
Yeah, it's of course that makes you want the run, right?
Exactly. Exactly.
That's cool stuff, though. All right, that's all I got.
All righty. We'll get us back together here. All right. And Maranya's got the pause line right there for us. Thank you so much, Maranya. Saved me once again.
Yeah, Scotty says it's going to start tomorrow morning at 56 degrees and dive to 24 by the end of it. That's insane. It's absolutely.
I'm cold just thinking about it.
Yeah. And Jason says, am I the only one that buys the oddball figures when I find them? Max Mercury from the Flash universe was my last purchase on clearance. Oh, I'd love to have a Max Mercury figure. Good stuff.
I haven't seen a Max Mercury one.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, we've talked about it many times.
I've got one. Yeah.
Like, here's the latest one I just picked up was the Guardian.
Oh yeah, that's cool. Yeah,
another B-lister. Because we love those B-listers.
Yeah, I still need to find that Nightmaster figure that you've got.
I have not seen any more of those. I was looking because if I could get one, I was going to send it to you, but I haven't seen any more of them.
You have my address.
Yes, sir.
And Maroni says, I'll buy an oddball figure if it's a character I like, Jason. They have to be cheap and cool. Great criteria for buying a figure.
Exactly.
And Scotty says, you haven't seen my channel, have you? Jason, I buy way too many unwanted figures at Ross.
I've heard a couple of people mention Ross in their videos, and we don't have any Ross stores around here.
We don't either.
Yeah.
And Jackson says, oddball figures. Oh, I thought you were talking about the Geeky Puppet Crew.
Oh, well played, sir.
And from Scotty, we only had snow 2 times in the last 30 years. Wow. Wish we could say that. And I know Rod wishes he could say that.
Yeah, I wish I could say that.
Jay says, I think I prefer the oddball characters after Dr. Doom, of course, who is littered throughout the house.
Oh, there you go.
And Ron says, hey, now, I'm a member of that crew, Jackson. Jason Nutter says, Shannon was in sync. They were big. Don't understand that one, but hey.
I think they were talking about, remember when they were saying we were out of sync in singing?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So.
And Jackson says Zoom was the PBS station here. Was on the PBS station. Yeah, it was on ours too.
Zoom Box 350, Boston, Mass.
And Scotty says Jason, well, in front of me is teenage Bog Monster Mego figure from the White Elephant Toys at a 12-inch Super Joe I made from the head from WET and Max Steel and etc.
Cool beans.
And Zoom. That was 321 Contact were my nerdy shows I loved. Yeah, it's good stuff.
Yep.
And Jack says, Mama talked me not to come, but I came here anyway. I guess he meant told me not to come. From the and Jason says, Scotty, I don't even know those characters. See, to me, those are the types that let those who are doing long-winded tell the character stories when asked who that character is.
With a big smile.
And Scotty says, I like generic toys so I can make my own stories, Jason.
Well, there you go.
And from Eric K. So I enjoy cold weather and the change of seasons. You learn to appreciate each season more. Summer is my least favorite time of the year. Yeah, because Eric's down in Florida and spends a lot of time in Georgia, so I can kind of see his point there, in a way.
Yeah. Yeah, for me, I gotta go with summer because it's the hotter the better for me. Helps the arthritis and all that stuff. So I've always been a summer kid, man. I love the summer.
Yeah. And Jay says, generic man saving you in black spandex and a paper bag mask.
And a paper bag mask.
And Jason said, red one had The Rock, Chris Evans, and J.K. Simmons. Yeah.
Yep. I'm definitely gonna watch it this weekend.
And from Jason also, we both know you aren't watching it tonight, though, Rod, as Saturday night main event is tonight with John Cena's last match.
That's true. Big event tonight on what is it? I can't think of not Paramount, but Peacock. It's on Peacock tonight. John Cena's retirement match.
And Maranya says, with all this talk of Christmas movies, y'all know what my CBM will be for next week.
There you go. Nothing wrong with that.
Jackson says there are two, Prep and Landing and Prep and Landing Naughty and Nice, a sequel. Mm-hmm. Watch the first one for sure. Naughty and Nice is good, but doesn't have the charm of the first one.
Okay, I'm definitely okay. I'll be putting that on my list. I know they're both up there. I can watch both of them. They're both free. So cool beans. Thank you for that, Jackson. Hey, Hans.
Hey, Captain Strangelife's in the house. I just got to watch a couple of his last videos. Got more great stuff. He had some Harvey comics, some old Atlas horror, just some Silver and Bronze Age. Just, the Captain has it all.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And, stuff.
Yep. And he said, just want to stop by quickly, say hello, ready to walk out the door and brave the icy air. Holiday breakfast with friends. Catch this on the replay. Cool beans. Thank you, Hans. Appreciate you stopping by.
Yes, as always.
And anybody that hasn't heard of Hans or hasn't watched any of his videos, I mean, you're missing out on a special treat.
Absolutely. He's one of the legends, one of the true legends. In
the legend,
Yeah.
The legend, in my opinion.
YouTube community. Absolutely. Cool beans.
And like in the cover said, we have 12 sleeps until Christmas Day. The Muppet Christmas Carol is a favorite I watch every year.
Yeah, I love that one. That's my favorite Christmas show. Absolutely.
And Maranya says, hey there, Hans. Be careful out there. Absolutely. And like the cover says, hello, Hans. And Jason Nutter says, oh my God, has Rod not said cool beans yet?
I've said it a few times. Snuck them in there.
Yeah. And Scotty says, I'll save you a trip to Ollie's. The $1 figures are Shang-Chi and Wakanda movie figures. Seems no one will buy them. And D. Jackson Roykirk says, Jason, make an appointment with an audiologist. I think the cool beans counter is up to 123 already.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right, Jackson.
And Jason said, maybe some of us like Shang-Chi, Scotty. He says, what? I couldn't hear you, Jackson. Jackson's laughing out loud there. And from Ron, you're having some baked apples, cinnamon, nutmeg, dark brown sugar, butter, and topped with instant apple cinnamon oatmeal and homemade macaroni salad for breakfast.
Oh, the baked apple sounds pretty good. I'll tell you that.
Space Baby is in the house. Nice.
Oh, welcome, sir. Or madam.
Nice to have you.
Yes, thank you so much for spending your Saturday with us.
And Jack says, yes, tomorrow's pubs are always top notch. Absolutely, Jackson.
Yep. Can't
they
argue
do not
with that at
all. A bad book or a magazine. Ron says, hey there, Space Baby. And he's saying, hi, you back?
Uh-huh.
Scotty says, too bad the Vulcan mind meld isn't real. Perez needs to leave his artistic skills to the next generation. Yeah, I will agree with that wholeheartedly. And Jack says, I don't care how many times I see it, but Shannon's wall of comic boxes amazes me every time. And Brian says, agreed, Scotty, Perez, Neil Adams, Jack Kirby, John Romita Sr., and Gene Colan, among others. Oh, yeah, we could add 20 more to that list.
Yeah,
Those are some of the legends right there.
exactly.
And like the cover says, I'm currently reading DC's Hanna-Barbera Future Quest from 2016 with Johnny Quest Space Ghost and the Herculoids Frankenstein Jr.
Oh, I got some right there.
There we go.
That's funny.
And Jason says, part of the problem, Scotty, is there's no money in sequential art. I was at Jetpack Comics on Wednesday grabbing my books. 3 artists where they were talking about how they get paid more for a cover.
Oh, wow. I wouldn't think they would make more for a cover. I would think it'd be more for the volume that you do inside the book, but
yeah, but the cover is a selling point, and they market that way.
True.
So.
That's true. That's going to be the first thing.
I mean, when we were kids, the cover was what attracted you to the book and made you want to buy the book. I mean, you didn't have any previews coming out. I mean, you might have some of the house ads, but you're like, oh, wow, look at that. And it made you want to buy that book. So,
Yeah, that's very true.
I guess that correlates. And Jason says, been a whole book of sequential art, so why bother doing a whole book? And speaking of why the new artists aren't as good as the great George Perez, Ronnie says, that's crazy, AF Jackson. I'm sucker betting the Ghost Machine is paying Jason Fabok and Gary Frank among the others excellent rates. Yeah, I love Gary Frank.
Yeah, I was going to say Gary Frank's good. I like Gary.
Guys, DC Comics Presents and Marvel 2-in-1 were 2 of my faves because I got to meet new heroes in every issue. Yeah, that's a good point.
That's why we like Brave and the Bold, DC Comics.
Yeah.
I mean, DC Comics Presents.
And Scotty says, I never liked the first 2 Zatanna outfits. I was one person that liked her Perez outfit. Same for Black Canary's outfit with a Dark Phoenix KO bird motif. Jason says, Marania, I bet they are. That line is doing really well, according to the staff at the store. I'm just thinking you can't get better at art if you just do covers. Fair point.
Yeah.
Ronnie says, to be fair, as good as Marvels and Kingdom Come were, Alex Ross is a far better cover artist than a sequential artist, in my humble opinion. Might have to disagree.
I you know me, Kingdom Come, man. That's my favorite.
That's your jam right there.
All time.
Yeah.
And so many of those little Easter eggs that he put in it. Oh, I just love it.
And Jason there says, Red Tornado gets killed again. There are certain characters where you just have to ask, are they alive this month? Yeah. And that's the way, like the characters that I liked, like the little B and C and D list characters, they get killed off and they'd bring them back, or they get killed off and you never saw them again. I mean, like with the Legion, my favorites were like Invisible Kid and Feral Lad, and and cats like that, and Chemical
Element
King.
Lad.
They all got killed off, So Red Tornado is the ancestor of South Park's Kenny. Oh my God, they killed Red Tornado. Yeah.
So true.
Yeah, you blankety blanks. And Eric says, yes, JLA 133 was my first one I bought with my own money. My favorite is probably 145. Yeah, I was trying to think of it. With Shannon sent me a coffee cup with a picture of the issue on it.
Cool beans.
And Jay says, and I'm sure covers are where Alex Ross makes his money now, Marania.
Yeah.
And I would have to say the man deserves whatever he gets paid for that.
Yeah.
And Scotty says, I hope they get the extended warranty on Red Tornado. Yeah. I think that warranty expired like in 1965. Unfortunately. Scotty says, I'm not stoked about super drunk party girl of the movie. The teaser is dog pee. And Space Baby says, love that, Charlton. Speaking of teasers, they've got like an 11-second teaser for the Lantern Show.
I saw a little news blurb about that. I haven't seen that clip
Yeah,
yet.
They released a trailer overseas somewhere, and I guess they're just like giving it to us at a few seconds at a time. I'm not sure, but it was kind of funny. Ron says, definitely, Jason, the only character Ross has done, which I heartily dislike, is ironically the rendition of Iron Man. It's Uncanny Valley, too shiny, and looks off to me.
what is Uncanny Valley? I've heard that phrase used a lot. What does that mean?
I do
It
not know.
means
It's the first time
something.
I've heard of it.
Miranda, you'll probably you just use it, so you probably know. What does that mean? It's something the kids say nowadays. That I I ain't figured out its meaning yet from the context that I've seen it in. So I'm just
Not
kind of
sure.
lost. I'm an old fire.
Yeah.
All
Here
right,
they
we got
are.
the pause line. All right, we got show some comics. All righty. So hold on, get that. All right, here we go. Yeah, you guys know I've been trying to clean up and organize down here, right? So I pulled out from the bottom of the rack behind, you can't see it, it's over to here. But I got like one of those metal baker's racks. And on the bottom row, there was just a cardboard box that was open, but it was like a cardboard long box, but it wasn't a regular comic long box, you know? And so I'm like, I didn't look in there because there was a lot of books that were unbagged and boarded. So, but I pulled it out last night, and man, I discovered a lot of stuff that I didn't even realize I had. So I'm going to show some of that with this. Some of the stuff I recognized that I was looking for, but I found a lot of books that I didn't realize I had. These are mostly Westerns here that I pulled out. So it's Western Gunfighters, and this is Western Gunfighters number 24.
That's cool.
I just couldn't believe it. I'm looking at it. I found a bunch of Jonah Hex. I found a bunch of war comics that I didn't realize I had on Unknown Soldiers, some GI Combat and stuff. It was like Christmas. I'm down here. I'm like giddy as a school kid. Let's see. Number 18 of the Mighty Marvel Western.
Nice. Gil Kane. Why isn't that in the bag? What's wrong with you?
Exactly. That's why I couldn't believe it. I'm like, why aren't these in bags? Why? That is so not like me.
Yeah.
You know? Here is number 21 of Mighty Marvel Western. But
Oh,
I don't remember picking these up.
nice. It's picture frames.
Yeah. Here's number 40 of Mighty Marvel Western. That's definitely a Gil Kane for sure.
Definitely feel Gil Kane.
And let's see, another Mighty Marvel Western number 45.
Oh, yeah.
And then we got the Two Gun Kid number 109. Well, there we go. The Gunslammer.
That gunslinger. First, you start out as a gunslinger, and then you get promoted up.
Here's 121 of Two Gun Kid.
Nice.
And 122 of Rawhide Kid.
Cool.
So yeah, these will all be getting bagged. Here is number 17 of the Ringo Kid, another picture frame cover.
There we go. Yeah, I've got almost all of the Ringo Kids.
Here's number 21.
Nice.
And then we got Kid Colt Outlaw, number 165. Another picture frame. That's a bright white cover right there.
He's getting shot at. What's going on there?
I don't know. Jeez, you wouldn't think that would happen on a Western, would you?
Right.
Here's an oldie. Here's 125 of Kid Colt Outlaw.
Oh, nice. I'm a three-legged dog, and I'm looking for the varmint that shot my paw.
And then these were ones that I must have pulled out and stuck in that box instead of putting them away where I should have. So here's some Mighty Marvel Westerns. This is number 10. This is one of those 25-cent square bounds.
Yeah, love those.
That we love so much. Here's number 11.
Man, I love those.
Here's Kid Cult Outlaw. I believe it's let's see, it's a 130, and it is another square bound issue, but it's like not an annual or anything. It was just a regular issue that they did as a.
Oh wow, what number is that again?
Special, and it's number 130.
130. Wow, to write that one down.
It says super special all request issue. So somebody wanted it.
Yeah.
Here's another one. The same thing. 131 Kid Cult Outlaw, and it's a 25-cent square bound. Just a special issue, but it's part of the regular run.
It's just kind of weird and strange and
Yeah.
awesome at the same time.
Yeah, I remember when I discovered those through that was it Mike's Amazing World of Comics?
Yeah.
And when I saw that, I'm like, what? Those are 25 centers. And I'm like, hunt them down. So I remember these. Here's another one, 132.
Oh, so they had several in a row there. Cool.
Yeah, you got like 3 in a row. So, and I believe they did it for one of the other ones too. They had 1 or 2. I can't remember. What was the other one? Rawhide Kid, maybe?
Yeah.
It might be Rawhide Kid that they did that as well. Then we got jump to the Bronze Age here. We got Action Comics number 475.
Oh, yeah. Remember buying that off the rack.
And remember last week I showed Sea Devils, and I was missing, I think it was number 10. I was pretty sure I had a number 10. Well, I found my number 10.
Oh, there we go.
So
great cover.
So I wasn't imagining things. And I know you probably got duplicates and triplicates of these ones. Here we go. We got Superboy and the Legion of Superheroes number 228.
Yeah. That was talking about a lot of my heroes getting killed and everything. My B-listers. Well, that story is maybe not that issue, but maybe that one or the one after Chemical King gets killed.
Uh-huh. And this is 256.
Nice.
But all right. So this is just some of that was in that box. Man, I was going crazy last night going through that box, pulling out this stuff, and I'm like, what? Where did I don't remember even buying it. You know? That was crazy. I mean, I do not remember having those. The ones in the bags and boards, I remember. But the other ones, I have no idea how long they've been down in that box. I have no idea, man. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Well, thank you again, Maranya, for the pause line. Keeps me in line here.
Great bunch of
And
books.
we got Space Baby saying, just picked up a $6 million man, Charlton. Need that run.
Nice. Yeah. I'm working on that myself.
I was going to say, I thought remember you either had the run or we're still working on it.
Still working on it. They're hard to
Yeah,
find.
because I haven't seen any of those. I don't see those anywhere. Like in the covers, Gold Key and Charlton greatness, Shannon.
Oh, yeah.
I am one of us says, I'd like to get Kit Carson, the one Shannon showed. Cool comic to have. Yeah, because I'd never seen one of those.
Yeah, I was just it's hard to. I mean, you never see that kind of stuff out in the wild anywhere, unless Of course, these are like really low grade, but they're complete. As long as you can read them, for $1 or $2, yeah,
That's it. We're in. Diabetic Superman says, the only figures I buy are Superman related, he says. Cool bean. Nothing wrong with that. The Jackson Roarkirk says, the Space Baby comic or magazine. They had both. Oh, yeah. He's saying 2 Space Babies, says comic or magazine. They had both.
Yeah, I got a few issues of each, so I'm trying to complete both runs.
And the Jackson Roarkirk says, odd. Charlton also had both comics and magazines for Space 1999 as well.
And I do have all those, yeah.
Aha. Jason says, my favorite Gary Frank book, Midnight Nation. Never hear mentioned anywhere anymore. I'm not familiar with that one.
Not either.
Yeah. I have no idea what that is about. Was it put out by Marvel or an independent or... And the Jackson Roarkirk says, Maranya is too hip for this crowd. There you go. Jason says, who's an old fart? Are we trying to feel young here? We are trying to feel young here. Oh man. I'm an old fart. That I can tell you. Oh, okay, here she goes. Uncanny Valley is something that looks hyper realistic. Usually paintings or other art, or in some cases, animatronic figures. Basically, they look more real almost than real people. Okay, because I've never understood what that phrase was, and I've heard it several times over the last year, and it's just one of those things that was, what the devil does that even mean? Uncanny Valley. Is that a comic? Is it a movie? Is it a TV show?
Yeah, I hadn't heard of that either, so yeah.
Just bizarre. Well, thank you very much, Maranya, for educating me. Now I feel a little bit smarter. And the Jackson Roarkirk says, yeah, Ross's Iron Man is way too shiny, he says. Maranya says, if you've seen Dwayne Hanson's sculptures of real people, that is Uncanny Valley. I'm not familiar with Dwayne Hanson or his sculptures, so I couldn't tell you if I've seen them or not. So, and the Jackson Roarkirk says, you wouldn't paint a car like that, so why his suit? Jason says, who's your definitive Iron Man artist, Maranya? I think I know. I think his initials are GT. Maranya says, definitive? It's a tie between Gene Colan, George Tuska, and Bob Layton. I was going with George Tuska. I thought you'd pick George Tuska.
Yeah. I got to meet Bob Layton, really cool guy, and he signed my Iron Man. Was that 127, the Demon in the Bottle?
Okay, I remember I don't know the number exactly, but
he's a really cool guy.
Oh. I've said it before. That's the one thing I wish I'd have paid more attention to in my collecting career when I was hot and heavy, was when I went to conventions to get more artist related drawings and stuff like that. But at the time, I was strictly about getting the comics and filling in my runs that I wanted, the Avengers and Justice League and all those. So I did not pay as I did not appreciate them as much as I should have. And I kick myself all the time for
it. Yeah, first time I ever got to go to a convention, man, that was like number one top of my list was get some signatures, or some original art. That's, of course, I don't have a lot of original art, but I got that page from one of the Superman Batman Generations that John Byrne did. I got that one, and there's got some Frank Bruner stuff and Bob McLeod. So just happy to have what I've got.
Yeah, probably the most desirable, I guess, piece that I have was I do have 2 original artwork pieces done by the artists of the turtles. They created the turtles.
Oh yeah, I remember you showing those. Those are great.
Yeah, I have those and from that same convention, I got some original artwork from I can't think of the people's name now, but they did like the Survivors and stuff. It was a very independent thing from
Right.
Spectrum Comics.
Yeah, I remember those.
Yeah, and I still have all that stuff in a portfolio. But that really was about it. I wished I'd have been able to get something from Neil Adams, a nice picture or something that he did, because that would have been the tops on my list right there.
Yeah.
So, but I still would have liked to have had something from George Perez, Jim Aparo.
Oh yeah.
You know, Buscema, if he was, you know, so stuff like that. I really kick myself for not paying attention. Did I skip somebody? Yes. Maranya says Colin's art was more cinematic, while Tuska and Layton's art is more comic book style, but very clean renderings. So
I will have to agree on that.
yes. And Space Baby says 20 picture frames. Yeah, 20-cent picture frames. That's right.
Oh yeah, it's the good stuff.
Hey, graphic man, Micah, how you doing?
Hey, Michael, welcome, sir.
Cool beans. When are we going to see a new show with you and the Ghost Rider? We want to know.
Yeah, that'll be cool.
He says, great Western books. Well, thank you, Micah. I wished I could say, oh, yeah, I knew all the... No, I didn't know I even had those ones. Miranda says, indeed, Micah, good to see you here. Absolutely. The Jackson Rocker says, but no Ghost Rider, Micah? We want to know. Like in the cover says, great classic Western covers, Rod. Yes, they were. Lots of fun. The Jackson Rocker says, I wonder what comic Ghost Rider will be after. I mean, in your next video, GM. Well played, Jackson.
See what you did there.
Jason says, all the classics, Maranya. No Kirby, though? Jason also says, Ghost Rider. Danny Ketch is the best Ghost. Oh, boy. He stuck it in there. Robin Harrison, our neighbor to the north. How you doing, sir?
Welcome, sir.
He says, what? No Christmas comics? Oh, I'm still so disorganized that I wouldn't be able to find Christmas comics when they're, one here and one there from this run and that run. I'd never be able to do it.
Right.
So unfortunately, I do have one. Where is it? Where are you? Hold on. There we go. This is for you, Bob. Gonna show Frosty the Snowman.
There we go.
Because I did find that one when I was going through sorting, and I said, I'll put that one out on the spinner rack because that's seasonal. So there we go, Bob. Ask and you shall receive, sir. Jason says, Midnight Nation was a 12-issue series, Image, I believe, by JMS and art by Gary Frank. Complete story about people who fall into limbo, the devil and his monsters trying to cultivate the fallen.
That was pretty good.
Sounds like a bizarre story. And Maranya says, Kirby's Iron Man just didn't appeal to me. Don Heck did the definitive gray Iron Man suit, while Steve Ditko did the first red and gold suit. Shoot, I should have pulled out the Tales of Suspense today. So, Jason says Steve Ditko doesn't get near enough credit for how good he was, Maranya. There you go.
Agree.
And Maranya says, fun fact, Bob Layton only does one recreation of the Demon in a Bottle cover per year. He said he could do way more, but he doesn't want to be a human Xerox machine. And I don't blame him.
Oh, yeah, I understand that.
Yeah, I mean, that's for the fans, like, hey, I'm just going to get one, so, but for him to do hundreds, that's got to get old.
Yeah, yeah, he was. And I don't know how he is now with Marvel. Back then, he didn't associate himself with Marvel at all. I guess, and I'm sure Maranya would probably know more than me about what happened there. But a lot of these artists that were like famous for Marvel stuff, those cons were charging like $10, $15, $30 for a signature. Well, his signatures were free.
Oh, wow.
So I got him to sign that one. I also got him to sign a copy of DC Superstars 17, like the first appearance of Huntress.
Okay.
He helped
Wow.
co-create. So he signed that one for me for free. So I was grateful to him for that. Really, really cool guy.
Holy cow. That's a nice one to have. Wow. And Maranya says, Ditko's style is quirky to me, Jason, but I kind of dig it. Even with his tendency to put giraffe necks on everyone, especially the women. Well, what are you going to do? Diabetic Superman says, George Tuska, the artist who added the nose on Iron Man's mask. Hey, Len Payne.
Hey, Greg.
How you doing, Greg? Great to have you with us once again, man.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah.
And Maranya says, hey there, Lead Paint. I will have to check on that DS. It was from 58 to 85, as if I recall correctly. All righty. And Jason says, I think that's why my favorite Ditko is Spidey and Doc Strange. Characters that fit his weird style. Yeah, there are times when you look at some of the Spidey stuff, or I looked at it and thought, yeah, it's kind of a weird positioning type of thing. But then there's other stuff that just it's natural. It's like, yeah, I couldn't see anybody else doing that.
Right.
So Jason says they almost caught up Maranya. Drop a line, he says. Jason also says homage covers are all over the place nowadays. Yep. I don't buy too many. I'm not a big variant cover guy. I just ain't. If it's something that I really like the subject matter, like when they did some really cool JSA ones.
Yeah, Tony Harris did those too.
Yeah, those I don't mind picking those up. Or when Neil Adams did a series of those of his favorite famous covers, and he redid them with other heroes and stuff on other books. Yeah, those are cool, and I would pick those up. But other than that, I just can't see spending big money. It's big money now when they're $5, $6 a book to get the same story just for one page. It's different. So Maranya says, yes, Tuska is DS in issue number 68, the beginning of the nose armor. And like in the cover, it says, homage covers of Action Comics issue 1 is always cool to see. There you go. And Jason says, Steranko was like that too, Rod. Characters in positions that seemed inhuman. I liked Steranko's art, though, because he was kind of similar to Neil Adams in that his stuff was very smooth, They weren't all muscle-bound guys. They were kind of swimmer bodies and stuff like that.
Sleek looking,
yeah. So, diabolical. I got to do it every week. Once a week, I got to say it. Diabolical for some reason. That's Diabetic Superman. I apologize once again. He says, thanks, Maranya. And I think that catches us up. So I imagine Maranya's going to put down the line. And you want to show some more?
Yeah, I can show some more.
All right.
Got a stack of some new stuff. I don't even think I've got to read these yet. But I was getting new comics for a while, and then all this stuff happened in the last few months, family issues, and so just kind of let it go. But a lot of stuff I haven't even read yet. Here we have Absolute Batman number 13. I'm guessing that's the Absolute Universe Catwoman. This has been a good series. Batman Gotham by Gaslight, A League for Justice. And Absolute Batman Annual, #1. Got lots of reading to do if I ever get time to read it. Of course, everybody knows they restarted the Batman title again.
Again,
yeah, here's Batman #2.
I gotta admit, I like that logo.
Yeah, I do too. And here we got. Who is this? This is I know why I got this one. This is Action Comics 1091, co-starring Captain Comet.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, you're gonna have to get this one now, Rod.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't recognize that now. I got to look at my inventory, see if I've got that one. What was that one number?
1091, 1091.
1091.
Yeah. And here we got the 5th issue of 6 of Crypto, the Last Dog of Krypton. Fun little series. Superman Unlimited #5, side by side with the Crypto Knights.
Ah, wow. Well played.
Well played. World's Finest 44. Robin and Supergirl go on a road trip.
I think World's Finest is coming out every other week, isn't it?
Is it?
It seems like there's always a World's Finest on the rack when I get there.
Yeah. And we got Absolute Flash #8. Yeah, I kind of been out of the loop for the last few months.
Excuse me.
I have to go back in and see if there's anything I want to keep collecting or not. This is the prelude to DC KO, Justice League the Omega Act special.
Oh, that looks neat.
Yeah, I got Flash and Booster Gold there.
Yeah,
I think I read
that I
this.
gotta get. Did that just come out or?
This came out a few months ago, I think.
Oh, okay. I gotta hunt it down because I don't remember seeing that.
Let's see. Well, it's I guess in Indicia it's December of 2025, but they're always a couple of months ahead.
Yeah.
Of me, so I would say it came out like a couple of months ago. Here we have Absolute Superman #12. Yeah, and that DC KO series, which I need to get the rest of, I think all the Absolute characters cross over with the regular DC universe.
Oh, is that the storyline for that?
Yeah, I think so. You have like heroes going against each other, and like the end of the first issue, I think they kind of showed them in the shadows, the Absolute Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman.
Ah.
And here we got a nice little facsimile, Adventure Comics 210, first appearance of Crypto.
Oh, nice.
Had to get this one. The original is getting way too pricey.
Oh, yeah.
And you got Captain America #3, Our Secret Wars Part 3, Cap going against Doom.
Oh, neat.
And one more new one. I know you're probably getting these. I've got the issue 2 and 3, and I don't know if issue 4's come out yet, but I got issue 2 and 3 in a cart, and so I had to get the first issue. Blue Falcon and Dynamite.
Yes.
Good stuff.
Very nice.
And so some older stuff here. Armageddon, the Alien Agenda #4.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
The Armageddon miniseries.
Yep.
Armageddon, the Alien Agenda #1. You got Captain Atom and Monarch. Yes, Monarch turned out to be Hawk from Hawk and Dove, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that was a little messed up. Here you got some Rob Liefeld stuff. The Fighting American #1.
Oh, wow.
That Deadpool team up #5. I was just curious about these. I'm kind of a Liefeld fan, not huge, but I remember all the stuff he did for Image back in the early '90s, and I was just kind of curious if it looked the same. Looks like it does. More, well, if I don't drop it, Deadpool team up number 4, number 3, cool cover with Hulk and Wolverine.
Oh, nice. Like that.
Might have to get that one, huh?
Yeah, may have to pick that one up.
More Hulk and Wolverine in number 2.
Oh, that's neat.
And number 1, I think it was just 5 issues. That's a pretty cool cover. And back to some Bronze Age. Defenders, number 92. Very cool cover here. You got Eternity and Son of Satan, Doctor Strange, Hulk, Hellcat, Valkyrie.
Mm.
And number 129. Getting pretty close on the Defenders now. I think I'm maybe 10 issues away.
Nice.
Defenders 150. I didn't like the lineup when they, started calling it New Defenders, but
Yeah.
I do want to try
I like that original lineup. Those are good.
And New Defenders 149. 148. Here's a cool cover with Nick Fury. Sergeant Fury and the Howling Defenders, 147.
Oh, yeah, that is neat. I like that.
New Defenders 135. I think it got down to the Defenders were like maybe one original or kind of semi-original Defender and like X-Men.
Yeah.
134. And here we got Supervillain Team Up, number 6. An appearance by the Shroud. Kept thinking this was the first appearance, but it's actually number 5. I think he has like a little cameo. Marvel Spotlight 27 on Submariner. A cool cover. Got some weird Western tales with Jonah Hex, number 18.
Oh, yes. That's one of the ones I found in that box down there.
That's cool. And Weird Western Tales 22. This one's kind of beat up, and it's got a couple store stamps on it. Magazine Exchange. Ponca City, Oklahoma. You kind of see the stamp on there twice.
Oh, yeah.
Some classic Jimmy Olsen, number 162. I think this was next to the last issue of Jimmy Olsen. I think 163 was the end of it. And after that, it changed over into Superman Family. Mighty Thor, starting in Marvel Spectacular, number 4. Behold the Living Planet. I guess this is a reprint of the first appearance. Is that right?
Yep.
Got a couple 100-pagers here.
Oh,
100-page Spectacular, number 21, featuring Superboy.
Very nice.
And my favorite issue of World's Finest, because it was the first one I picked up, number 226 with Metamorpho.
Yeah, the doorknob.
It's probably my 4th or 5th issue, but this was in a $2 box, so I had to pick it up.
Oh, $2 box.
What's that?
That's disrespectful.
Why's that?
Putting it in a $2 box. Who put that in a $2 box?
Yeah, but you'll see like a lot of those titles like World's Finest and Superman and Superman Family. I mean, there'll be some of those in the cheap boxes for some reason. Yeah, I always loved that story, The Freak That Never Fails. Then you had a Simon and Kirby Sandman reprint.
Yeah.
You had a Dead Man reprint by Neil Adams.
Yeah.
You get a reprint of the very first appearance of Martian Manhunter from Detective 225, and plus you get an Eclipso. So what's not to like about this issue, right?
Yeah, exactly. Those things were great, man.
Yeah.
Ah,
And we'll switch gears here. How about some more Charlton? David Cassidy, #2.
there we go.
Yeah, somebody wrote on this one, but for a buck or two, you're not going to complain.
No.
I like these photo covers. Partridge Family #8. More of the same. I'm sure this came from the same collection.
Very nice.
And last but not least, Bobby Sherman #1.
Bobby Sherman, the man.
Yeah. Easy come, easy go.
There you go, baby.
All right, that's all we got.
Bobby Sherman was the man. There we go. All right. Great stuff as always.
Thanks, sir.
And we got the pause line. Thank you so much, Maranya. Helps me out tremendously. There we go.
And Jason says in announcer voice, back from the line, here is Comic Book Memories. And Ronnie says one of the classic poses that is used a lot in the Pieta statue pose with the wounded dead hero draped over a sitting figure. Also the standing variation of the hero holding a fallen hero.
Oh, yes.
And it says, see Crisis on Infinite Earths with Superman holding Supergirl in a standing Pieta pose. Yep. Issue 7.
Classic.
And Jason says, which Flash, though?
There's only one Flash.
Rebirth, like Wally? What are they? Are they talking about the Absolute Flash?
I'm not sure. If it's Wally, I'm not talking about it. If it's Barry, I'm in the conversation.
On the cover Shannon showed with Superman holding Booster's body. Okay. And Ron says, Higgy Pop would likely be upset with the latest Aquaman issue with the KO fight between Aquaman and Hawkman. Art is great, but the ending, not so much. Uh-oh. Does Hawkman lose?
Uh-oh.
And from Jason, that Captain America #3 was phenomenal. I don't know if I've got to read it yet, but going to have to read it.
I haven't picked up. I may have to pick that up because it did look interesting.
Yeah. And Jason Nutter says, Fighting American is great. Very underrated book. I'm a Liefeld fan too, Shannon. I know not everyone is. His rendition of the Archie heroes was awesome. Yeah, that's one of the reasons I picked it up, just because, Rod and I both are big fans of like the Archie characters. The Shield and the Web and, the Crusaders, that whole bunch. That's the biggest reason I picked it up. And Robert Harrison says, -2 right now, going down to -11 tonight here in Toronto. Bobby, you can have that, buddy.
Yeah.
You can have that. That's kind of like North Dakota weather.
I'm telling you, it's like I said, 12 degrees outside. It's probably, a little bit warmer than that down here, but I'm sitting here, my knees are shaking. That's how cold I am. Oh.
And Jason said, whatever happened to global warming, Robert? It's not happening here.
Good question, Jason.
And he says not here in Toronto, Jason. And Eric K says, one of our favorite sayings, leave no 100-pager behind, right, Shannon? Absolutely. Correctamundo Fonzie.
That's right. Especially when they're disrespecting and putting a $2. Come on.
Come on. And Robert says, hey, little woman.
There you go. Little woman. Bobby Sherman, baby.
And Damien's in the house.
Hey, Damien.
Sleepy reader.
Great to have you with us, man.
He says, good morning, kids, and a good morning to you, sir.
Yes, good morning to you. Hope
I
all
know
is
you're 3
going
hours
well.
behind us, so a little bit early for you.
Yeah.
And Mariah says, you skipped my comment above the pause line.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on. I'll go up and get it. We'll go up and retrieve that. I'm sorry. There we go.
She says issue 85 was when it was removed. Herb Trimpe and Marie Severin got the credit for that with yet another redesigned remake of the armor. Okay.
So that's when they removed the nose, was in
I get
issue
it. Yeah, and
85.
I love Herb Trimpe and Marie Severin.
All right, so we'll go back down. Sorry about that, Maranya. I didn't realize I had. So there's Sleepy Rita. And then next up, and then there we go.
And Mariah says, yikes, stay warm if you can, Robert.
Yeah. Woo, woo.
And Jason says, not here either, Robert. Every wind is biting.
Yes, yes, sir.
Mariah says, good morning to you and Millie Damien. And liking the cover says, hello, Damien. Hope things are going well for you. And Jay says, yes, that Captain America #3 is such a good writing of Dr. Doom and he. And Sleepy Reader says, meow, Maranya. Jay says, a relationship and respect for Captain America. Yeah, I really want to read it now.
Yeah, you got me sold on it. I'm gonna go get a copy.
And Jay says, apologies for 2 messages accidentally hit button. Okay.
No problem.
Jackson says, sleepy. And from Damien, liking the covers. I slept in this morning, so feeling good.
There you go.
I slept in for me since I get up at 4:30 normally. 9 o'clock is nice. And Sleepy says, Jackson, I hope you're being a good boy. Santa is coming soon. And Jackson says that I'm always a good boy.
There you go. There you go.
And from Maranya, he's been good so far, Damon. I'm keeping an eye on him. Jack said slips attack on Maranya's seat for the next time she sits down. And from Ron, do you really want to do that, Jackson? I have a hotline to Santa, and you can go to the naughty list with a phone call. Damien's having an LOL with that. Just says, good. We are supposed to be good. And from Robert, I just stay in. I don't go nowhere. Yeah, I don't blame you, Bob.
Yeah, I don't blame you either. Stay in, some play some records, show some comics.
And Jason says, are Rod and Shannon grading us for good and naughty list?
Well, I'm not gonna say for sure, but
I just
we do know a certain Kringle fella.
Yeah, we'll see. Ron says they don't, but I will.
Oh, we got the pause line again.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna put my mittens on and show some more comics.
You're going to be frozen to the seat when you get done, aren't you?
Oh, I'm telling you, when I get done, the first thing I'm doing is walking into that next room and start that wood stove. Ooh, that is brutal. Brutal, I tell you. All right, here we go. I pulled out some X-Men. I don't show a whole lot of X-Men, but I pulled some. I know I showed the early ones, like 1 through 20. I think I was the last time I showed any. So I picked up at 21, and we'll show a little series of the X-Men. So here's number 21.
Oh, awesome.
And number 22, Gangway, here comes a startling stampede of yesteryear's most sensational supervillains. You got the Porcupine, you got Plant Man.
Where's Paste Pot Pete?
That's what I was just going to say. Oh, you should be very afraid.
Yeah.
Oh, you got the Scarecrow, the Eel, and I think that's the Unicorn.
Yeah.
Somehow it just not a lineup that strikes fear into you,
Yeah.
Here's number 23. The battle continues.
There we go.
Action lovers, this one's for you. Number 24, Plague of the Locusts.
Nice.
And you wonder whatever happened to the locusts. I remember he showed up in Incredible Hulk somewhere up around the 190s. I think he showed up.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, because I think they make a reference to him, and I'm like, I don't remember him. It was before I had picked this up, so it was like, what? Yep, sure enough, there he was. Here's number 25 with El Tigre.
LT Gray. Wonder if he ever showed back up.
Yeah.
There was always
Only
like the villain of the month, right?
Only in reprints.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, it's 26. Kind of like that Pieta pose.
Oh yeah.
Here's one of those characters that you kind of grew to like. Number 27, we enter the Mimic.
The Mimic, yeah. Yeah, he was always a cool little character.
Yeah, he has a tragic story in the Incredible Hulk. I think it's like somewhere around in the 150s, I think.
Yeah.
Where he appears. It's a very sad story. Again, I didn't know anything about the Mimic until they referred those little notes. So, remember when he was in X-Men? I'm like, I got to go get X-Men.
Right.
Number 28, The Whale of the Banshee. Here's another one of those villains you like. At least I'm pretty sure you like him. Here's number 29, The Super Adaptoid.
Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, that was just a cool name too.
Did you see? It was quite a while ago, probably a year plus. Charlton 66, Steve. He actually bought an action figure that they put out of the. Yeah, and it was not a normal size one. It was like a 1.5 foot type of thing. I think it was like 18 inches.
Wow.
And it was super cool. I wanted to get one, and I tried to get one. They were sold out, but it was so awesome. If you get a chance to check out that video, just to see that thing, that was so cool. It's like, I really want one.
Well, Steve has all the cool stuff, doesn't he?
Yes, he does. Steve is awesome, man. Number 30, we got the Warlock. Doesn't look like the Warlock we know.
No.
So. And number 31 is another one that showed up later on in the Incredible Hulk series around the 170, 174, 173, somewhere in there. The Cobalt Man.
The Cobalt Man. Yeah, I remember him.
Yeah. So they must have been trying to recycle things, and they went through the X-Men Rogue Gallery or something. I don't know.
I just think it's cool. They probably just, like say, you'd have the villain of the month, and they were just throwing stuff against the wall, see what would stick, and then I guess depending on the sales of that book or the letters would depend on whether or not you saw that guy again.
And his number 32, and everybody knows the Juggernaut.
Oh yeah, the Juggernaut.
Is number 33. Continuing the Juggernaut story. Got some floating heads in there.
There we go.
Love them floating heads.
You gotta like the floating heads.
Number 34. And this is, I believe this villain showed up originally in one of the early Hulks. I think it was like either Hulk 2 or 3. And then he showed up in X-Men, and then he showed up again later on in Hulk again. This is number 34 with Tyrannus.
Tyrannus, yeah.
Tyrannus. And the end of the line here with the X-Men group is number 35. Along Came a Spider. Spidey Man.
Classic story.
All right, I had that. And hold on. Put that there for now. And I also pulled out some Green Lantern. So, some Silver Age Green Lantern.
There we go.
Starting with issue number 57. Gil Kane cover.
Oh, yeah.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun.
Number 58.
Yeah. Good stuff.
Number 59. We got Guy Gardner. Get off this earth, Hal Jordan.
Oh, yeah. First Guy Gardner. Yeah.
And we got number 60. Spotlight on the Lamplighter. The old lamplighter of long, long ago. Here is Green Lantern teaming up with Zatanna in number 42.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I love that story. That was reprinted in a Superman 100-pager. Zatanna's quest, trying to find her dad. I think she teamed up with like Elongated Man and Adam and Green Lantern, Hawkman.
Yep, she ran through a number of the books. Here's number 43 with Flash teaming up with him.
Oh, yeah.
Barry Allen, baby.
Yeah. I think I might have that one, yeah. I know I got the reprint. It's in a Flash 100-pager.
Got some go-go checks on it. What more do you want?
Not a thing.
Hal Jordan, Barry Allen, and go-go checks. Here's number 44. Evil Star. Remember Evil Star he appeared in one of the Justice League one of the Filmation cartoons for the Justice League. It might have been Green Lantern or it might have been in the Justice League, but I remember him appearing in one of those cartoons.
Did not know that.
Evil Star.
Evil Star.
Here's number 45. 2 Green Lanterns prove a match.
Oh, yeah.
There we go.
Good one. Yeah, I always love the Hal Jordan, Alan Scott team-ups.
Yes, sir.
Which I just found out that the Alan Scott character is going to be in the Lantern show.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It would be cool if they had him in the original costume.
Yeah. Yeah. It would.
How's number 46?
There you go. Yeah, if that little second trailer, I mean, it was hilarious.
I'll have to hunt that down. I'll find it.
Yeah.
We got Tomar Ray right up there in front. I like him.
Cotton Matui. Yeah.
Yeah. So, number 47, Dr. Polaris.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that character.
This is a bright yellow, too, cover here.
There was another villain he had that had like a really bright, cool costume. Sonar, remember him?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. And here is boy, this is tough. It's purple, black on purple. Number 48, introducing Goldface. And, they'll probably get a letter from Marvel here, but here's number 49 featuring Green Lantern and the Dazzler.
So we had Dazzler first. Awesome.
There you go. And this looks to be like a Gil Kane. Yeah, it is Gil Kane.
Yeah, I like I love Marvel and DC, but I'm more of a DC guy. That's why I say we.
Yeah. Oh, I knew. I knew. Here's number 50, Thraxon. The Thraxon? Thraxoff. Thraxon the Powerful. This guy looks like he could have been a cool looking action figure too.
Yeah. Old Gil Kane knew how to draw a cover, didn't he?
Yes, he did. Boom. Look at he's knocking Green Lantern's block off there, for crying out loud. Ouch.
Yeah.
There we go with number 51. Another Gil Kane cover. Nice bright red. Look at that.
Oh, that's beautiful. Beautiful.
And this is one that I would love to have on a poster right here. It's way out of order, as are a lot of these ones, but it's number 61. Look at that cover.
Oh, yeah. That's one of my favorites, too. That and issue 40.
Yep. Issue 40 is another beauty. So just great cover, man. Here we go with number 52. Back to the Go-Go Checks.
Sinestro.
Yeah. I wish they'd come out. I don't know if they might have, but for a while they put out a bunch of power batteries. The life-size power batteries.
Yeah.
Because I have the Hal Jordan, the Abensur one. It's actually, they call it the Abensur one.
Yeah.
So I have that one. It's right behind my monitor here. But I would have loved to have had a yellow one for Sinestro. That would have been cool.
Oh, yeah.
Here's number 62. He's getting beat up here by some thugs. What's up with that?
Kind of makes you wonder if superheroes and or supervillains ever had a doctor. It's like every month you'd have somebody come, well, concussion protocol. He had a building dropped on his head, or
That's it. You got concussion protocol. Oh, here is number 63. Has the world ceased to exist, or have I?
Yeah, that's one of Neil Adams' first covers on that.
Look at that. And this one, I got to get me a upgrade on this one, because this is one of those ones that evidently didn't sell. They ripped off the logo and returned it. But it's I don't even remember what number it is, and I didn't write it down. But I would guess this is number 60. It's either 64 or 65. So.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was one that Dry Up and Die. That was one of those house ad covers that I wanted for years, and I finally got it. Yeah, I always loved that cover.
So, I mean, it shouldn't be too hard to get an upgraded copy, I wouldn't think, off of eBay. So, here's number 66 in the year 5708. Doesn't roll off the tongue as well.
No. You gave it a shot.
Yeah, I did. Here's number 67.
Yeah. Great stuff.
The Jolly Green Giant. Ho, ho, ho. Here's another cool cover. Number 68.
Oh, yeah.
It's just a neat cover. Mr. Kane.
Mr. Kane.
Courtesy of Mr. Kane. And then number 69. And I have this book in there as well. This is number 70. It's a reprint of 76. It's Silver Age Classics, because I'll probably never own that issue anymore. I did have it at one time, but that was long ago. Long ago and far away. So there we go. All right. We'll get us back
Great
together once again. All right. And we'll find the line. Where are we? Holy mackerel. There we go. All right. Thank you so much again, Maranya. Appreciate it.
Yes, we
And
do.
Jason says, do I have to say someone other than Wally West is the best Flash to get on the good list? That would be a nice start. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I would. Watching you. Maranya says, nope, you're good, Jason. You also recognize the greatness of Jay Garrick's Flash. Hey. Oh, got Jay Garrick, man.
There we go. Yeah.
I'm with Jay Garrick, too.
Yeah.
So.
I love that one.
Oh, yeah. All right. Whoops. Where did I go?
Which way?
There we go. I lost my way. Doesn't take much. Jason says, but who is the best X-Men, Rod? I'm a multiple man fan, especially when a Peter David wrote him. My favorite X-Men? Wow. Probably, I don't know. I kind of liked the Beast before he became furry. I did. I for some reason I thought he was neat. Just lumbering. But
I was always a Cyclops and Colossus fan myself.
oh yeah, see, I see when I'm thinking X-Men, I'm thinking strictly the first five. You know, that's what I'm thinking. I wasn't even considering all the new X-Men and stuff.
Well, Cyclops wasn't one of the original ones, so
yeah. But I liked. I was with you with Colossus. I did a number of drawings way back in the day because I liked Colossus. I liked the colorful uniform. I liked the armor. They became metal and stuff. So I think I might join you with Colossus overall. I think I might join you with
he was
Colossus.
pretty hilarious in the Deadpool movies.
Yes. Maranya says, now I'm craving peanut brittle. Oh, nothing wrong with that. The Jackson Walker says, heading out early, folks. Gotta get outside of the house ready. Get the outside of the house ready for the freezing temps tomorrow night. Have a wonderful week, everyone. Well, thank you so much, Jackson.
Glad you're here, my friend.
Yes, always fun to have you in the Peanut Gallery. And look forward to seeing you next week. Take care. Have a great week. Sleepy Rita says, bye, Jackson. Stay frosty. Maranya says, my favorite X-Men is the Beast. Not just because I voice him on the Geeky Puppet Show, but he's very intelligent and underestimated because of his beastly look. Excuse me.
And and the Kelsey Grammer version is supposed to be in the new Avengers Doomsday movie.
Yes, I heard he was reprising that. That'd be cool. And Miranda says, take care, Jackson. Stay warm and safe. Eric K., he says, I am probably one of the few who just never cared for the X-Men.
I'm not a huge fan. That was one of those deals back in the late 80s when I was getting the Comic Buyer's Guide. You'd see those classified ads. Well, I got myself a little pen pal guy that lived in Connecticut. And he was a big X-Men fan. Of course, I was a big Justice League fan. We kind of turned each other on to the other one's book. And so I think I probably latched onto it around issue 175 or something, like when Cyclops and Madeline Pryor got married and all that. And Paul Smith was doing the art. So it was really good then. It was right after, I guess, the Byrne run.
Yep. No, I was always a team guy because I thought it was number one, it was cool to have a lot more heroes under the cover for 12 cents than just one or two maybe.
Right. Right.
So I was a big fan of super teams. So and I didn't learn about one company more than the other first. I just kind of knew them together. So I liked them both companies, what they had to offer. So it was just X-Men was a cool team.
Yeah.
I liked.
Yeah, I think with me, as far as DC and Marvel, there was always more. I guess the stores I went to, there was always more DC and like Archie and Harvey than there were Marvel. I guess the distributor, the way they distributed comics was chaotic back then. So I guess they just got what, sold in that area,
Yep.
So I never really saw many new Marvel comics. They always had the black and white magazines, which I did get several of those. Of course, I got Planet of the Apes magazine and all that, and the Hulk magazine. But yeah, they just weren't there on the newsstand that much when I was a kid.
Yeah, see, and that was similar to what I had, except we had mostly DC and Marvel, and never saw any Harveys, never saw any Archies, never saw any Charltons.
Yeah.
And I think it was just like you said, it was just whatever the local region was selling,
Right.
was whatever was selling. That's what they kept buying. So, hey, Psychotronic Script guy, Aaron, how you doing, man? Oh, PSG Comics. He says, "Wow, that's some X-Men." Yes, sir, bub. We like the X-Men from way back. Robert Harrison says, "My dad used to get peanut brittle every Christmas." Cool beans. All right. Miranda says, "Other than that, I was never a big fan of the X-Men, though I am appreciating the early issues that we've read on the Geeky Puppet Show." There you go. Cool. And Sleepy Rita says, "The Mimic and Super Adaptoid should team up." You wouldn't be able to tell which one was who.
Right. Going up against Paste Pot Pete and the Wrecking Crew. or the Headman. Yeah, that was another.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, the Headman. Oh, my gosh. I always wonder, how did that one that was just the ball, how did they see? How did they?
I don't know. Hey, maybe it was a crystal ball. Maybe that was how.
Could be. It's better than anything I could come up with, that's for sure. Because I just never understood that as a fan. Miranda says, "I agree, PSGC." And Sleepy Rita says, "Oh, I guess they did meet up." Like in the cover says, "I like the original X-Men and all the new, all different X-Men." Yeah, I liked when they introduced the new X-Men. I liked it because I was always wanting to see new heroes and stuff like that. I was bummed when they killed Thunderbird.
Yeah,
because that was a interesting character to me.
Yeah.
I really wanted to see what he could do. And the other one I wanted to see stay in the X-Men was Sunfire.
right. Yeah. Yeah, I always liked Thunderbird. I mean, it was like a Native American character, and
Yes.
Sort of like, hey, there's something kind of Western like, So
Yep. So, but no, I guess he was pretty much gonna be taken out of the picture right from the get-go, from what I had read. So Robert Harrison says, "Early X-Men are the best." I can't disagree with that. I loved them all. I really did. Miranda says, "Damien, if the Super Adaptoid and the Mimic are in range of each other, they'd implode because their powers would cancel each other out." Sleepy Rita says, "Yikes!" Miranda also says, "Cobalt Man's design there on 31 looks suspiciously like a certain Armored Avenger early look." Yeah. Maybe they were going to the well once again. Sleepy Rita says, "Imagine if Kirby had stayed on the X-Men for a good long run."
Yeah, that would have been great.
Yeah, what they could have done. Jason says, "You aren't alone, Eric. I'm not a big X-Men fan. Most of the X books I own are spin-offs like X Factor or alternate realities like X-Man. Beast is a favorite of mine too, Maranya, he says. And Jason says, Green Lantern, Kyle who? PSG Comics says, Gil Kane in the membrane. And we got Wiggles Wonder Worm. Okay, Wiggles, great to have you with us. I think this might be your first time here in the Peanut Gallery, so welcome aboard. Hope you're having a great weekend. He says, hi, Dr. Silver Age. Do you have any of the Space Mouse from Atlas 1953-ish? I do not, sir. I do not. I know of it, but I do not have any Space Mice from Space Mouses or Mises.
There's a moose loose in the hoose.
So, but thank you for stopping in. Maranya says, we need the appreciation alarm, Rod. You think, you want the Gil Kane appreciation alarm? I have it loaded. All right. Hold on. We'll put it on there.
Gil Kane, the man, the myth, the legend. He drew the heroes we all know, and too soon he had to go. Now he's revered by any other name.
There we go. We got the appreciation alarm in there. And Jason says, more Kirby on any book would be great, Sleepy. Yeah. Wiggles Wonder Worm says, sorry, not from Atlas, from Avon. Yeah, I'm familiar with the character as far as I do know of it, but I do not have any of the Space Mouses. Unfortunately, PSG Comics, Aaron, he's saying great Green Lantern. Love Green Lantern. And Maranya says, welcome Triple W. That sounds like an interesting title for a comic book.
It does indeed.
And Aaron says, you wonderful people have a great day. You as well, Aaron. Take care, brother.
Thanks for being here, buddy.
And Sleepy Rita says goodbye to Aaron. Miranda says, you do the same PSGC and have a Merry Christmas if we don't see you before then. There we go. And Jason says, there's a male Dazzler. He's laughing. And he also says he loves Sinestro. Yeah. He says, Shannon, in the Marvel Universe, they have the Night Nurse.
Oh, yeah. I've got all the night nurses.
And Diabetic Superman says, I'm going to go sit in front of my space heater. Everyone have a great day and stay warm. Frozen beans, he says. Oh, well, thank you once again for hanging out with us, DS.
You.
Greatly appreciate it, man. Have a great day. We'll see you next week in the Peanut Gallery. Maranya says, take care, DS. You and Shadow stay warm. Eric K says, hey, did I miss you showing the wrestling magazines yet? I have not showed them yet. No. But if you want, I can pull those out right now. I got a whole bag of stuff that my mother found up there. Cassette tapes, old mag things, an 8mm film of a movie called The Undead. But, all right. Whoa, hello. Here we go. This is March. They're both from March of '81. This is Inside Wrestling.
Oh, Tommy Rich.
Yeah. Tommy Rich.
Wildfire.
Yeah. NWA champion for what, 9 days?
9 days, yeah. Like Jerry Lawler, he had it for just a few days. Or he had the AWA. We beat Nick Bockwinkel, yeah.
And then this one here is March of 81. The Wrestler, another After mag.
Nice. Who's that on the cover? It's hard to see.
It's Larry Zbyszko and Pedro Morales.
Oh, yeah.
And then over here is Tommy Rich again, because Tommy was hot at the time.
I think he's out wrestling again. Him and the Rock and Roll Express. And just
I've seen the Rock and Roll Express, man. It's like, it's time for the retirement tour.
If it was me, I was like, I just stick to conventions.
Oh, so
you got to know when to hang it up.
This one's got inside a story about Dick Murdoch versus Dusty Rhodes.
Oh, yeah.
And of course, they used to be a tag team in the late 60s, the Outlaws.
Yeah, remember that.
So, but then we got Larry Zbyszko is one of the main stories in it with Bruno.
He was a heel most of the time, wasn't he? Zbyszko.
He started out as a face. He was Bruno's protege. And that wasn't just a storyline or an angle. That was real. He really was. He got to know Bruno from his neighborhood and whatnot. He actually come around Bruno. Bruno took him in and let him train and stuff like that. And then eventually he became a pro wrestler, and he was Bruno Sammartino's protege.
Yeah.
And then they went and did an angle where he wanted to get out of Bruno's shadow.
Right.
And that's when Bruno got.
Probably when I started paying attention to it. Yeah.
Yeah. I've got it on videotape, that whole angle where Larry Zbyszko wrestles Bruno in this match to try and, want to prove that I'm better than you type of thing.
Right.
And at the end, he smacks Bruno over the head with a wooden chair, and Bruno is laying in the corner, right? And you could just see the blood pouring out of his face from the angle they were showing. It was like just pouring out of his head. It was like, that was back when it was still real.
Yeah, when it was still real. And we were stupid and didn't know any better.
So yeah. So yeah, I was thrilled that she found those. I'm surprised. So
it's always a good surprise.
Cool stuff. And Jason says, "Stay warm, DS." Maranya says, "Does that Jay Garrick action figure have the special stealing pants action feature?" I didn't see it on the cover anywhere, but it could be. I have to keep him separated from the other action figures.
Yeah.
Jason says, "And none of us picked Wolverine. Too many appearances, I guess."
Yeah, I mean, I like Wolverine. He's a great character. There's a lot of oversaturation with a lot of X-Men stuff.
Yes. They didn't have that problem with the original X-Men, but boy, once they come out and they really hit it off with Wolverine.
Oh yeah.
That was just you got to the point where it's like, oh geez, he's in this magazine. Every comic I'm buying, he's in it. But so yeah, there was Wolverine fatigue. Jason says Kelsey Grammer's Beast is actually in the after credit scene of Doctor Strange 3. Yes, sir.
Yep.
And Maranya says Wolverine and Deadpool are two of the most overused characters in the Marvel stable. Another one which I am very slowly growing to like is that masked menace web slinger Spider-Man.
So there was 3 Doctor Strange movies. I just thought there were 2.
It was Doctor Strange, and it was a Doctor Strange with the
multiverse
mystery. Yeah, I think there's only 2.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I think it was like a post-credit scene with the Marvels movie.
Okay. I don't think I've even seen that one.
Yeah. I think the Photon or whatever she was calling herself in the movie, she ends up in another universe, and the Beast is there, and he's the Doctor or whatever. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Jason says, Maranya is morphing into J. Jonah Jameson. I still love Spidey, but yes, Wolverine is overused, and Deadpool was never as good as made out to be. When it comes to Deadpool, I had no interest in him in the comics, He just never grabbed me. But I do have to admit, I did like the movies.
Yeah.
You know, so I guess that makes me a comic hypocrite because I liked Ryan Reynolds. You know, I remember watching Ryan Reynolds when he was on that TV show, Two Guys in a Pizza Parlor or something like that.
Yeah.
From way back. Miranda says, I was like, what the elf? Kelsey Grammer as the Beast? What were they thinking? And when I heard him say, my stars and garter, he nailed the role. Jason says, those are some of my favorite castings, Maranya, when we don't like the casting and then the actor nails it.
Yeah.
It's pleasantly surprising. Maranya says, I'm salty that Spidey got all the promo love, which Iron Man should have gotten years ago, and it took RDJ to get it for him. She also says, I admit to being who the heck is this RDJ fellow, and how dare he try to play my guy? But I was very pleasantly surprised. Yeah, you think about it now. Is there anybody else you could see playing Tony Stark?
I know for a long time they were talking about getting Tom Cruise, and I just can't see Tom Cruise in that role.
And have to shrink the armor.
Yeah.
Jason says Spidey definitely got the movie love before Iron Man. Yes, sir. Maranya says we almost got a Tom Cruise Iron movie.
Yeah.
Shudder.
Great minds think alike. Yeah.
Robert Harrison, he's heading off. He says, happy trails. Until next time. Robert, thank you so much for hanging out with us, man. You stay warm up there.
Yeah, appreciate you being here, Bobby.
All right, take care. Jason says, we have a Thunderbird character now, don't they? The originals, brother, in X-Force? I haven't bought X-Force since the first iteration of it.
Yeah.
There got to be too many X-Men titles, and I just opted out. See ya, I'm gone. So I stuck with the Uncanny X-Men, and I stuck with X-Factor for a while.
Right.
But anything else, it was just like, nah, I got other books I want to spend my money on.
Yeah.
Maranya says, happy trails, Robert. I believe so, Jason. She also answers. Jason says, Maranya, Tom Cruise Iron Man would have been Shutterworth. Sometimes they should just go with unknown actors to make the character their own, like Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. I do agree with that. I would rather see, most of the time, I would rather see an unknown character, and then you don't have any preconceptions.
Right.
You know, and give them a chance, see if they can do it. If they can't, okay, well, you call them on it and move on, you know, but sometimes they will nail it. So Jason says in a Russian voice, we will get the moose and squirrel. That's right, Boris Badenoff. We will get the moose and squirrel. Maranya says Hugh is way taller, but he gave a great presence. Though after X-Men 3, I got burned out on seeing Wolverine in the movies, and I like Jackman a lot. Yeah, I like Jackman as an actor. He did what was the movie he did where he was a magician? Do you remember? He was a magician. I can't remember what it was, but that was a really good movie.
Yeah, I was wanting to say The Illusionist, but that was somebody else.
Yeah, it's something like that, though. You're right. It's
I know which one you're talking about. I can't think of the name of it though.
Yeah, that was. I mean, he's been in a couple other things that I really liked. So, you're putting down the pause sign. I don't know if we're going to get in another round.
Yeah, I'm going to have to get off here pretty soon. So
yeah, and I got to get to the dump. So I'm thinking we're out by 1:00 here. So, but thank you, Maranya. Appreciate it. You keeping us in line and getting that line down for us. We got in a few really good rounds today. Awesome. Jason says, I can see that high. I think he means Hugh has played him on 7 or 8 movies now. But he got to wear the full costume in the last one. That's what we wanted to see.
Yeah.
Ryan says, easily yes. Jason says, Hugh. Yeah, I had you. I had you. Maranya says, Wolverine overshadowed some really great characters like Beast and Nightcrawler in the first trilogy. I forgot about Nightcrawler. I liked him too.
Yeah.
Jason says, oh, wrestling mags used to just sit at the store reading them. Yeah, back in the day. Eric K says Tommy Rich was NWA champion for 4 days. Oh, see, it wasn't even 9 days. It was 4 days. That issue of Inside Wrestling is very rare. According to Bill Apter, it was one of the best-selling issues of their magazine. Wow, I did not know that.
That makes it a doubly cool find, right?
Yeah, I was psyched. So anytime she finds anything from my past, she just found, along with this stuff, she also gave me a lot of my high school artwork.
Oh, cool.
So that was really neat because a lot of that stuff I had forgotten about.
We want to see it.
It's got like notes on it from my art director and stuff like that, telling me what to do and what he liked and what he didn't like and stuff. And some other stuff that I drew, I found she found another sketch pad, one of the big poster size sketch pads. Yeah. And it's like, I got to admit, I drew a picture of Mad Max in there from one of the ads in the newspaper when they used to put movie ads in the newspaper. Yeah. And I drew that picture, and that's one of my favorite pictures that I've ever drawn. And I thought it was just lost. Yeah. To whatever, but it's in that thing.
Subject for a future episode.
Yeah. That would be cool. I would like to share them with you if you want to see them.
I can't remember who it was asking. Was wanting me to show my artwork. And
Henry. It was Henry. And I can't remember his last name because it's a tougher last name. But it was Henry. He's from the Geeky Puppet Show.
Yeah.
Group.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I'll have to pull out the portfolio and we'll have to do that episode sometime soon.
Cool. Eric, thank you so much for that information about that, though. That's cool. I did not know that. So, Rania says, I remember when the trend was for the special guest star. The trend was the special guest star was Spider-Man and later Wolverine or the Punisher.
Right.
Remember the Punisher went through that phase too, where he was popping up in everybody's magazine.
Yeah.
Maranya says, in issue 3 of whatever book. Jason says, that was the whole 90s, Maranya. Yes. He said, 2 guys, a girl, and a pizza place. Yeah. Great show. Holds up. They have it on DVD, or is it being played somewhere on some channel? Oh, my gosh.
Don't know if I've ever seen it.
Yeah. I mean, it had me when it said pizza, And Jason says, looked it up, Shannon, right? Is it right that Beast after credit scene is in the Marvels, not Doctor Strange?
No, it's not a question. He's just saying I was right about it being
okay.
that. Yeah.
And Gratu, he says, Metalman song in new radio show that just uploaded. Hey, there we go. Check out his new music by Gratu.
Yeah.
On on KLIF now. He's not on WFAN anymore. He said, I'm out of there. I'm going with a bigger contract. So he's on KLIF now.
Right.
So,
good stuff.
Definitely check out Gratu's channel. And Maranya says RDJ and Tom Cruise are about the same height. RDJ is 5'8" and Cruise is 5'7". But they did use suit and camera tricks to make RDJ
I was going to mention that. I knew Downey wasn't that much taller than Cruise, so but yeah.
And Jason says the Prestige. There you go. Thank you, Jason.
Did that have a Christian Bale in it too?
Yeah. And Damien saying the same thing. The Prestige. Thank you, Damien. Yeah, I really enjoyed that movie. Jinx. Maranya says the Prestige is the movie, and it's a triple jinx. Y'all three, that's a hat trick. Y'all three had it right. Jason says, I owe Sleepy a Coke. Sleepy says, Mariah says, I owe you both a Coca-Cola, none for me. The lime oil in the Coke formula makes me sick. Ooh, not good. Sleepy says, late to the favorite X-Men discussion. Storm. Cool beans.
Great character.
Yeah. And he says, fave in the old X-Men, Beast, furry and unfurry. I did. I liked him before he was all furry. Not that I hated him when he became furry. Maranya says, I also voiced Storm on the Geeky Puppet Show. She is number 2 of the X-Men for me. There you go. Sleepy says, nice. Jason says, I'll get you an RC Cola instead, Maranya. And Maranya says, RC or Pepsi will work. Eric K says, great show, guys. I really enjoyed it. Take care, everyone. Thank you so much for being here, Eric.
Yeah, always happy to see you there, buddy.
Yes, cool beans. Thank you so much. And Miranda says, take care, Eric, and the 4-Paw crew. Liking the cover says, everyone stay safe and warm. And until next time, Arthur Adams did great storm covers. Cool beans. Thank you so much for being here, liking the covers.
Appreciate
Hope you have a great weekend. And Jason says, yes, 2 Guys, a Girl, and a Pizza is on DVD. Wow. I never knew it made it to DVD. I didn't think there was enough episodes to make it to DVD. I own it, he says. Wow, cool beans. I might have to hunt that down. Miranda says, stay safe and warm, LTC. And Miranda says, take care, everyone. Stay safe and warm. Words to live by. Thank you so much again, Miranda, for all you do and keeping us in line and keeping the show moving. Jason says, Storm is great too. Anyone Dr. Doom has over to dinner is awesome. And he says, everybody have a great week. You too, Jason. Thanks again for being here, buddy. And Moran just pulling the plug. One more plug in honor of Jackson. I Am One of Us says, thanks for showing your Green Lanterns, Rod. Nice collection. Thank you, I Am One of Us. I appreciate that, my friend. Thank you so much for being here. Jason says, 2 Guys, a Girl, and a Pizza Place went 4 seasons? I did not know that. I thought it only went 1. Sleepy says, happy weekend to all and a happy weekend to you, Damien. Take care. Jason says also Nathan Fillion, who of course played Guy Gardner. I Am One of Us says goodbye, everyone, and goodbye to you, sir. Have a great weekend, great rest of your week. Scotty says happy Hanukkah, y'all, and a happy Hanukkah to you too, Scotty. So you take care. Everybody have a safe week. Everybody have a good week. And we will see you all here next week. You got anything special going on?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think between now and 4 o'clock, I got about 3 hours I can relax, and I have to get ready. And we're doing a Christmas party at an Elks Lodge in the town up the road called Winchester. So it's going to be like from 7 to 10. So I'm going to try to relax for a couple, 3 hours, and then out on the road again doing the musician.
Well, that's good. You guys safe. Enjoy those 3 hours while you got them.
Yeah, those are the hours I look forward to. Wow, Yeah. How about yourself?
Nope, nothing special going on today. Got to make a regular scheduled trip to the dump in the freezing weather, and then I'm just going to bring in some more wood and make sure that stove don't go out.
Yeah, good deal. Well, hope you hear good news soon about your mother-in-law, and hope Tam and Clint are feeling better and get well soon.
Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Hope you and your mom are feeling better. I know you said you felt better, and hopefully your mom's getting better too.
Yeah, she's feeling better now. So
cool beans. All right, I guess that's going to do it for us for this week. We'll be back next week. Will you be back again next week?
No, I will be here. Yeah.
Cool beans. All right. So we'll be back. We'll do it all over again next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. Everybody have a great rest of your week, and we'll see you next week.
Here's to the comic book community, the family of funny book pals, sharing their collections and memories with all the cool guys and gals. There's legends and new folks and everyone in between. bringing their styles of fun and laughs for every one of them to be seen. Let's hear it for the community and all its awesome family. For those who started it long ago, we couldn't have gotten here alone. For the new folks too who make us laugh with their cool videos they craft. So here's to the guys and gals we see who make it the coolest place to be. Every day there's more to view as they show the comics to me and you. The wondrous comics, new and old, there's always a story behind what's shown. So feel the passion, the love, the fun, it's all here to enjoy for everyone. Such great tales and folks to see, so thank you comic book community. Let's hear